Uncle! Uncle! Yes, Uncle? Get off your lazy ass and fight him! But I'm dead. How can you be dead? You are wearing the immortality talisman. Oh yeah.
Immortalisman?
Jackie Chan Adventures was a really good fucking show.
I loved it.
You know what I've been watching?
What you been watching?
Mike Tyson Mysteries.
Oh yeah, that was a show.
Well, to be clear, I'm not watching the entire thing. I'm watching just compilations of Norm Macdonald as a pigeon.
Nora McDonald.
No, Norm Macdonald.
Oh, Norm Macdonald.
The comedian who just died?
Yep.
Time to really date myself. I remember when the Jackie Chan Adventures came out and they had McDonald's toys.
They did! Oh my.
You could get all the little shitty talismans. And
What year was that?
That was early 2000s for sure.
It was 2001.
I was about to say, that feels like a 2001 to 2003 thing.
I remember, I'm like, I don't know what this is, and I started watching it when I was a kid. I'm like, I still don't understand what it is, but I like it because it's Jackie Chan.
It's Jackie Ouch. He's the new Star Wars character.
Ouch!
You're not that much older than me, aren't you? You're what, 95?
I'm 95, baby, yeah.
Yeah.
I keep on forgetting that you're a young man.
I was the second half of 96.
The second half of 96.
Since I don't want to say exactly because we're streaming, but...
Oh, you're only 3 years younger than me.
Yeah. Carl's the old one.
Yep. And then Matt is the... he's not quite the old man, but he's midlife.
Carl like 30-something?
Hey, natural 20.
Nice. I think Carl's like 30...
37.
37?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're guessing, or that's what you know?
Just want to know.
Oh, you know he's 30. He's 37.
Yeah.
Huh. I always
He looks like he's getting to the 40s. Not weight-wise, just kind of...
facial features, yeah.
Fuck you, neighbors.
I actually don't know if there's anyone directly below us, because I think we are directly
It's
above
the washroom.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think we're directly above the washroom.
Some people are like, oh, when are you going to make a shirtless endeavor? So I did yesterday. I literally grabbed all my body, took all my tendon off, and fucking sculpted the shit out of it so it is very fine detailed. I slapped Endeavor's head on it, and I gave him the TikTok yoga pants.
TikTok yoga pants? What?
The ones that make you look like you have a huge ass.
Oh, okay.
The way I did it is I sculpted it.
I'm not familiar. Would you like some beef?
Yeah, got some fingers and everything.
Yeah.
Basically, they're
my
really
sausage in
tight
your mouth.
pants with a funky texture that make anybody's ass look like amazing. So I did that, and people were like, "What the fuck, Himbo?" I'm like,
With a name like Himbo, what the fuck were you expecting?
pictures. So what happened?
TikTok leggings. Oh yeah, that auto completes.
Yeah.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah, we call that false advertising. Like, we were expecting cake, but we got a pancake instead. I call it that's bullshit.
That's clearly just an optical illusion.
I got a better one.
I mean, you can clearly tell that's All Might's body, even from that image itself, but...
They share the same body. I use the same shader. It's not actual image.
Yeah, well, I know. Didn't you say you built the He-Mite from the ground up?
Yeah, that's the He-Mite body.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pictures got taken weird.
Yeah, a little bit. You
Well,
see,
like-
what you need is a selfie stick in that,
No, it's because the camera in there, when I take pictures, it rotates and it's stupid.
So basically you've got Endeavor at the beach.
No, I have that.
Let's go to the beach. That's a good way.
That'll do it.
I like to harass one person, and then I realized I don't whore Endeavor soup, so I just mass sent the pictures I took, and I'm like, hey, I got TikTok fans. Want to come see it? And someone was like, hell yeah!
Welcome to the campaign with no name, where we talk about Endeavor getting a TikTok and buying yoga pants.
And also,
So like,
the
it
thing
looks
about the
amazing on PC,
Holocaust.
shading wise, but like on the other side, which is the west side, the pants are also amazing. They can see everything, like the detail.
Did you give him a junk?
Oh, Tony's ass.
Just a massive goblin schlong.
The incredible bulk.
Made by DeGrisniak. So, Carl will not be joining us this session as he is sick. Damn it! So instead we shall proceed without him, because... And...
Rest of us are here.
Yeah, the rest of us are here. The rest of us are loyal.
I'll play Rolen.
You'll play Rolen?
I'll play Rolen.
You will play...
Rolen.
Yeah, oh,
We'll take turns rolling for Rolen.
alright. Matt, do you also want to play Rolen this time?
No, because that's gonna do his horn that took 3 of us to play him.
Wait, what?
Is that the holiday special Mountain Dew?
Voodoo?
No, the red one, the Christmas one.
Yes, it was.
It's September.
Your point? Like, your point?
Did you just buy that, or has that box been sitting here for 9 months?
It has not been sitting here for 9 months, I can tell you that.
What?
The, holiday, the Christmas Mountain Dew.
There's a box of the red...
Oh, no, that was pulled in my closet. That's been here since we came in.
Oh, more than 9 months.
It's an anniversary thing.
I had to, when I went to the Renaissance Fair, I had to find my fucking clothes. And they were in my closet, so I had to go through there. So I took a bunch of the boxes off there.
Yeah, how's the Ren Fair?
It feels like there's something I know isn't there, but I can't put my finger on it. You know what I mean?
Is it basic civil liberties?
No, like
You don't have to wear your mask there.
Oh, you don't?
No.
You do not.
Tight.
It was amazing. I'm surprised people aren't enforcing that. I'm like, it's a festival, but then again, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, we're
Also,
talking
everyone
about...
has knives.
Yeah, everyone at the restaurant has a... Like, they're coming to take our knives. I'd like to see you try.
Take it from my cold dead cannon. Boom!
Even during like the height of the pandemic, I'd go to the gun range, and they'd have signs of governor's orders, masks are enforced. And, 3/4 of the store not wearing any masks. Like,
They don't give a shit.
what are they going to do? Send the cops into a gun store and start trying to arrest people?
No, that's exactly. Yes, they will. They'll send the cops into a gun store, and then it'll be on the news. Shootout in a gun. It'll be armed protesters shoot out with cops.
Here's the thing: the governor's dumb enough to do that, maybe. The sheriff and the chiefs are not dumb enough to do that.
I can imagine them, the police being sent in there. They go over there and go, all right, guys, here's what we're going to do. You're going to say that we enforce the mask mandate and you guys put on your masks. And in exchange,
We won't shoot you.
you're going to pay for us to shoot at the gun range for the day.
You can already shoot
No,
for free.
this is how we're going to do it. It's going to be, we're going to come in, we're going to put your masks on so we can take the pretty pictures, get something, and then we're all going to go shoot at the range, y'all just going to take the masks off.
Oh yeah, like
That's
how
how we're going to handle that.
like how they do it when you're a politician, where you're off camera, you're not wearing a mask, but you don't know that the camera can see past your fucking screen. So you put the mask on to walk 3 feet to the podium, and then you take it off to speak. Put it back on to leave the podium, and then the moment you think you're off camera, it's off again.
I think I'm a really bad politician. wear it in general. They'll be like, why are you not wearing a mask? I'm like, what?
Oh, so you're saying you'd be president?
Well,
I'd like to think I'd be a damn good president.
I don't understand what's going on. I do recall a guy.
I'm just imagining you walking up to the presidential podium to make a speech, and you forgot that you just woke up 5 minutes ago, so you're just wearing your pajama bottoms and you're just shirtless.
I don't care to be like, Mr. President, you have to call on. Why? Your stereotypical normalcies are stupid. I just woke up. We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, we can do whatever the fuck we want.
Hey, at least I'm awake.
Free beer.
Anybody that wants to come, we're having a grill out on the White House lawn. Let's go. I did state to one of the people I work with that if I ever become president, I'm going to hold a big barbecue, and I'm going to get all the people that like to cook. We're going to have one hell of a fucking barbecue.
You know, when Andrew Jackson
Jackson?
Andrew Jackson was
The keggers and the bootlegs?
Yeah. When Andrew Jackson had his inauguration party, everyone was so stupid drunk they were wrecking the White House. So the Secret Service just started putting just barrels of booze out on the lawn so people would get out of the house.
It's effective.
That man knew how to party. Andrew Jackson had a parrot that got kicked out of his funeral for swearing too much. Andrew Jackson survived an assassination attempt and proceeded to beat the guy half to death with his cane. Before the Secret Service pulled him off.
Still ain't no Teddy Roosevelt gets shot twice and still gives the speech.
Well,
fights a fucking kangaroo and wins.
Well, I'm sure you've heard I have been shot, so I'll make this speech brief.
You little bitch when you tried shooting me.
48 minutes later. I'm halfway done now.
Yeah, no, it was a 50-page speech, and he finished it. He was shot, but he wasn't at the podium speaking when he was shot. He was going up there, got shot, finished walking to the podium, gave the speech, went and sat down, waited for the other speakers, and then got medical attention.
He's a fucking badass.
He was.
I love competition.
They don't
Who can survive being shot the longest? I'll set the record.
They don't make men like that anymore.
He was built different.
He was a man.
I fucking love all the stories of presidents who survived assassination. Like Reagan turning to his wife, "Honey, I forgot to duck." McKinley, who got shot in the gut, and as the Secret Service pounds on this guy, he goes, "Hey, go easy on him, boys."
He gets. I like to imagine that the dude gets shot, and he gets shot at just the right spot. The Secret Service start beating up on the guy. He goes, "Go easy on him, fellas. I think he fixed my colon. I think he shot out the stone in my colon here.
Kidney?
Yeah, my kidney. I think he shot out my kidney stone."
So McKinley didn't die of the gunshot wound. He died of an infection later. So the actual shot did not hit any organs. And he basically just kind of stumbled back and slouched against the wall. And he saw the people beating up the guy who shot him. He's like, "Go easy on him, boys."
You know, if I got shot and survived it, or anything like that, I'd be like, "Oh, the Secret Service, we got him down." I was like, "Alright, my turn." Bam, bam, bam!
Parry this, you fucking casual.
I don't know. I think
Grabs a fucking shield and knife. "How's the grass taste, little man?"
I don't know. I think beating a motherfucker up with a cane before Secret Service gets to him is more badass than pulling out a Glock.
Beat him up with a shoe.
Oh, the George Bush treatment, yeah.
No, he ducked.
Yeah.
No, he forgot to duck.
Oh, that was Reagan.
Oh, that was Reagan. Sorry.
Bush ducked twice.
Honey, I
he
forgot
dodged
to duck.
both of the shoes, and one of them was pretty close.
That's still just the funniest line.
He's like, "I did it."
Reagan was so fucking charismatic. We could get shot at. "Honey, I forgot to duck."
I like to imagine that if he had a moment to plan, he could have, after looking at his wife and saying that, he could have looked up to the shooter and went, "I paid you to hit me. You suck! I want my money back!
Work on your aim, kid.
Oh, no,
After you get out of prison, we're going to go to the gun range and I'm going to teach you how to shoot right.
I'd like to think that would be Roosevelt's mentality. It's like, okay, after you get out of prison, I'm going to take you hunting. I'm going to show you how to shoot like a fucking man.
No, you're not going to prison. Put on your fucking boxing gloves. We're finishing this right now.
Well, that's another thing Andrew Jackson used to do was when he'd get angry at people, he would just challenge them to duels. Like 3 paces draw duels. Andrew Jackson killed, on the record, at least 13 people in legal consensual duels. And a lot of people think that number is way higher.
Damn.
It probably is at least, it's probably at least double that, if not triple.
Oh, yeah. Because only official records are of ones he did while he was in office.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we've got a president's got 13 confirmed kills in office.
Take that, Army guys. Oh, wait, hold on, my bad. Take that, Navy. Or the French Navy.
You know, that's something they should just bring that back. That's how we should settle all political debates now.
Duels?
The 10 paces duel.
Like, are you...
You gotta be fair. It's gotta be the old, flintlock style gun. It's gotta be, you gotta do it the old style. You can't use modern weaponry.
Right.
Yes. 10 paces duel. Go.
No, not even that. You gotta solve your political issues. You do a fight circle and you make them fight to the death with their bare hands. It's gonna last for a while. They're gonna get tired. They probably won't end up killing each other, but it's funny as fuck watching two old dudes beat the shit out of each other.
Dan Crenshaw's gonna murder half the Democratic Party.
Yep.
We'll call it the Roosevelt Law.
We'll call it the Teddy Clause.
The Teddy Clause, yes.
What's that? When in doubt, fists out.
Yeah, wasn't that because he was called the Bulldog? Like
Yeah.
Roosevelt was called the Bulldog?
No, that was who was a bulldog?
That was the one in the wheelchair.
No, that's the other Roosevelt you're thinking of. Churchill. Churchill was the bulldog.
Oh, Churchill was the Bulldog.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Can I steal some M&Ms?
Only if you can guess what flavor they are.
Well,
Oh fuck! It says it on the back.
They're M&M flavored.
What variety of M&M are they?
Peanut.
Are they?
Or they got the peanut butter inside of them. Or they're pretzels.
2 of those are right. It's the classic.
Drake's heard the plastic and he went immediately to engage.
It is a mix of classic milk chocolate, peanut butter, and peanuts.
Oh, so it's... Yeah. Oh, so they just grab and go with a mix bag.
Oh, no. You
Fucking,
trust me. You never pissed off anybody, Beers.
That's pretty
now,
You
where's
never
the
pissed off
Skittles
anybody.
M&M Reese's Pieces one of these?
When you're at a fucking party and you get the mint versions of these, and you mix the bowls and Skittles, you just pull the fucking logos off all of them. And be like, watch the chaos ensue.
And Reese's Pieces.
No, I ain't putting that in the fucking mix. That's gonna be in its own separate bowl, because I'll eat the shit out of those. But those are easily findable because they're orange and brown and yellow.
We'll just pick out the orange and brown M&Ms, and then the Reese's Pieces will just slide right in.
Did I have? Oh, they do have orange in there. I was thinking the pink ones.
Man, they don't have orange M&Ms.
They don't.
Discriminatory.
Oh man, they don't have brown M&Ms.
They're black.
Brown, black, what's the difference?
I'm splitting hairs.
Big news.
Don't tread on my weave, man.
I was dating a girl once she never showed her natural hair. She always had a wig on, even when she slept. And at several points in time, I asked, why don't you take your wig off for me? And she utterly refused. And I'm like, all right.
It's because they look fugly underneath.
I don't fucking know.
I know a chick like that who was bald and just wore wigs.
Yeah.
Black chick. We're talking about black chicks, right?
This specifically, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, I'm here.
yes, so, Carl is currently sick, and this is the campaign with no name. The campaign where really it started as one thing, and then over the course of many months, it was forcibly changed, and now it's a hodgepodge of stitched together bullshit.
Just like all D&D campaigns.
So,
So for the scripted ones, looking at you, Mercer.
ooh. So when last we left off, the party was able to finally defeat their enemy. They were finally able to defeat their enemy, and they hightailed it the fuck out before the army engaged them. And they took refuge.
Finally defeat their enemy. It took like 7 rounds.
I took my time. I got my armor. I got my T-Rex, then I faked fuck out.
Fucking
I waited till the last
70
possible
points
moment.
with my magic, and then the rest. BSE. BSE. Oh, and somebody a full kitty, huh? Did you actually get your foods? Yeah.
So
I'm gonna go to kitty.
they took refuge in a cave temple. They then proceeded to find out that, oh, de Grisniak gave our payment to Rolen. Interesting. And Rolen was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Omen proceeded to just be the flashlight of the party, going, and sleeping, standing up.
I was against the wall. I was sitting next to the Gris.
Yeah, it's the joke though. Like I like to imagine him just like,
Just fucking turns it upside down. Just as. There's not a lot of things that they teach you in Dreifeld, but how to sleep standing up is one of them.
it's a refined skill.
I used to be a street performer. What's that? I used to do statues.
The difference between brown and black is what type of crops they grow.
That's fucking clever. I'm gonna use that. I'm stealing that.
And what kind of drugs they do.
Ooh.
I mean, I was going to say the difference between brown and black, too, is 25 to life.
It's whether or not you get probation.
Yes, 25 to life or life, or 25 to life or life without parole. That's the difference.
So, whew. Omen decided to sleep against the wall near de Grisniak as well. Kalu decided to sleep on his weapons. And where? Remind me? Oh, that's right.
I scared the shit out of him.
Alvin was scared shitless by the sound of crawling spiders and GTF Finode out of the cave.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to sleep yet.
Yeah, so you are still out and about.
Because he came back in a circle that he set on fire.
That's right, you did.
Oh, did I?
Yes, you did. You got back inside, you made a circle, lit that on fire. The fire would only burn for maybe 2 hours, and you went, that's long enough for me to fall asleep.
Accurate.
So, and then Rolen went further into the cave, chanted some Call of Cthulhu type shit, and a blinding light that the party didn't see because they're fast the fuck asleep.
I don't think I would have seen it anyway because I already got my blinding light in my face.
You can't blame me for falling. You can't blame me for passing the fuck out. I had like 10 HP, so.
I put in a lot of effort in the Dragon's Force, just saying.
And you've been,
Especially the last few fights.
You've been beat the fuck up and down multiple times. So
I died for you twice!
Passing that.
Now, we shall begin with the only dream sequence that we can do.
I didn't have a dream, I just slept.
Yep, you got a... Yeah,
We had average rolls, I think, yeah?
yep. 8 and 13, so you guys are fine. So, Kalu, this is your dream.
Right?
You feel the familiar pull of the Sword of Sworn Vengeance, and await the memories of Prince Leon to present themselves to you once again. This time, you find yourself deep in a forest unknown to you. The forest is deep enough to mask the directions of north and south, but not so thick as to blot out the sunlight from above. You walk proudly among men clad in unfavorable armor. Dented and battered as they are, the men don't seem to mind. Even they are covered in some level of grime or muck, and eventually the faces blend together, not that you try to forget them. You hear a commanding voice come from yourself.
When I first met you all, we were but bitter enemies.
It is not the voice of Prince Leon. Instead, you recognize the voice of Gorn. His voice is younger to be sure, but nonetheless unmistakably his.
But now we stand to become the greatest army for good that this land has ever seen.
You, inside Gorn's memory, stop in front of a younger man with a damaged ear and a scar clearly caused from prolonged burning on his cheek. Gorn's hand comes to rest on the young man's shoulder.
To be capable of overcoming all evils, we have banded together, in spite of our differences, strengthened by our differences.
You remove your hand from the young man and continue marching down the line.
Tomorrow, we make our way to the Dragon's Forest. For too long, the hunters have lived in fear of the clans inside. For too long, the orc clans have snuck past the Hunter's Hall to raid the peaceful towns beyond.
You stop and turn to face them and to look at the men.
Tomorrow, we make our presence known. Tomorrow, we march for the Hunter's Hall to offer our aid against the worst of the clans. The day where the weak are trampled on ends with us.
With a raise of Gorn's fist, the many men before you give a shout of determination and raise their weapons to the sky. With that, your vision fades, and you notice a sharp pain in your back. You awake on your bed of weapons, unable to regain your health due to sleeping on a pile of sticks and blades. Why the fuck did you think that was a good idea? Morning comes, although not that any of you really can tell per se. The only reason why you can surmise it's morning is because before there wasn't really much light in the cave at all. Now there's this faint amount of light that's able to just sneak through the tunnel entrance, kind of being bounced off of the leaves outside. But you all awaken, and I've got this and this.
It works.
So, Kalu, you do not regain your HP because you were sleeping on a bed of sticks and axes. So, you do not gain the benefits of a long rest. You can gain the benefits of a short rest if you gain any benefits from them.
Hit dice.
Yes. And here's a sharpener just in case.
Here's a dollar just in case.
I won't do that, I just stab a cat.
Seems like animal abuse, but I'm
You
not.
can always use hit
Sometimes
dice.
they have it.
I got no just
Not yet.
cannon back. I got no just cannon back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to use some hit dice.
Alright then.
Do we see Roland?
Then I'll have to go back to sleep on my bed of weapons.
So, you do not see Roland, but you do remember
I'm
him.
in fear.
I remember that he went deeper into the cave, right?
You did, yeah, because he...
Oh, I'm going to go deeper into the cave looking for him.
Alright. So, Omen, Kalu, and Degrizniak are all awake to see this. Degrizniak is... He does kind of try to get up to stretch, but not from a not from a weakness per se, but more of just a mental strain. He just kind of like tries to get up and then leans back down and goes,
You know what? I'm gonna take life easy now.
Yeah.
He'll yell if there's anything dangerous in there.
The old timer's right.
yeah. So, but Omen, you and Kalu both are also able to see Alvin fix his stuff to him and walk deeper into the cavern.
I'm gonna sit there and pray as he does this, because I'll probably be able to swap my shit out.
Yes, you can.
And I have stuff written down from the book that I get at set levels, so I just pray to get except for basic class features that I have already, but said don't use them next day.
So Kalu, are you actually going to try to sleep on your bed of sharp and jagged weapons again?
Lay me down on a bed of weapons. Toss me in the river.
Possibly at some point. He's gonna roll over and sleep on the ground at this point.
Okay.
Actually, he's going to take his weapons and just make a ring around himself and sleep on the ground.
It's catching on.
I like the idea of him just rolling 180, just laying face down in the dirt.
Laying face down on an axe.
He's like, oh, the cold steel feels lovely against my now open wound.
There you go. What is that?
Soothing.
Is that beers in the chat?
That's beers, all right.
What do you say?
He says, okay, back. That last one.
Oh.
The one before that was the was what kind of crops they grow. So yeah, you're taken from beers.
Oh, that worked. There
That's
we
the
go.
first time alcohol has given me inspiration.
Kyle's gonna get up now since he's taking a short rest. And
All right.
do some of the hit die that he can. Massive amounts of hit dice.
Okay. So you look over and you can see DeGrisniak just lounging around. He's stretching his legs a bit and he's just doing his old man thing. You see Omen. How would you describe the official praying position for Dreifel?
Whatever floats your boat.
Face down, ass
Whatever
up.
works. Face down, ass up. That's the way to ask him fuck.
Oh, so it's the Jacko pose.
Because I was sitting down and I was being the light while I was sleeping. And I'm kind of against the wall, so it's basically I'm just sitting there using the sword as a brace.
Okay.
But it's not the official. I mean, it's
Okay. So it's more like your back. You're just kind of like leaning against the wall, legs crossed, kind of like this type of thing, as opposed to like relaxed down to the side.
It's still pretty relaxed, but you know, I'm more there than I'm not.
Okay.
I look like I'm sleeping, but like very just intense.
You look over and you see Omen intensely sleeping. He is focusing really hard on remaining unconscious.
I'm the best.
If we're going to do that, Kyle's going to sit down and just start cleaning the massive amount of weapons that he has.
All right. You start cleaning them up, but real quick, what are you using to clean up the weapons specifically? Just out for like flavor text purposes.
Spit shining them.
See, every once in a while, Omen, you hear. You just hear this big, thick loogies being spat onto the metal, and.
That's an unpleasant image.
Wait, you don't like a black? You don't like a orc man spitting on his spear?
He's being a jigger.
By which we mean someone who dances a jig.
Yes. Who is also an orc.
Who's also white.
But, so I'd like you to... Would you like to do anything in addition to the mandatory, like, praying to shift your spell slots? Or do you want to do something,
I mean, I can attempt to contact people while I'm sitting there, I guess.
Yeah, it's up to you. It's not required, and it will take a relatively high religion check, but you can try it. Well then.
Did he just crit?
No, he got a 19 though.
With religion?
Yes.
Dirty 22?
This is only +3?
Yeah.
You're a cleric with a +3 to religion?
I don't think you understand. He's not that type of cleric.
No.
I get it. He's a battle mercy.
Give or take. I'm the Teddy of clerics.
Roosevelt or Bear?
The badass one, so Roosevelt. What's that? Oh, bully day, my friend. You want to not do that? Are we done? Well, I warned you.
Okay, canonically, there is a previous Fell King who was shot by a crossbow, and he proceeded to make a 45-minute speech after being shot. The crossbow's still in his body, he's making a speech.
It's gotta be Vem. Because he was the badass.
What the
Out of the two brothers?
Oh, yeah,
Vem?
yeah. Vem's making a speech, he gets shot by a
His brother's the one that shot him. It's like, oops!
And that is why today I am taking over, not my brother. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to talk to you about income taxes.
Later. I'm going to royally beat his feathered ass.
So, after securing your new spells and your new clerical abilities as a recently leveled up man,
and a cauldron.
Yeah. You envelop yourself in the void of spirituality.
That's bullshit. We both know it.
Right. Now, in the grim darkness of the grim dark, there is only dude. Dude, whoa, it's really dark in here. Hold on a second. Click, click. The disembodied floating skull that's been floating around you just lights up like a glow-in-the-dark sticker. Okay, we should be able to see now. I mean, I can't, but maybe you can.
I've got dark vision. I can see just fine.
Oh! You have that?
Yup.
That's so cool! I don't have eyes. So I can't really see, you know?
You don't have lips or a mouth, so that makes any difference. How?
Ring, ring!
Oh, thank you for calling Father Sullivan's morgue service. You tag him, we bag him.
But where are we? This feels a little different from the normal dreamscape. It almost feels like another world.
I'm just gonna.
The area around you is very similar to the last couple of times you've made contact with either the Raven Queen or the Fell King.
Down the hole I go.
Alright, you go down this hole.
Wee.
Geronimo!
That's extremely racist. There's no L's here.
Hang tooth, bro!
That's better, I guess.
And while you're falling and falling and falling and can't get up,
Life alert wasn't there for me.
you kind of look around, and through the illumination of the disembodied floating skull that's lit up like a nightlight, you see the occasional chain dangling in the distance. It's not really moving, as in like being operated, but it is hanging and like kind of like
swaying
swaying in a non-existent breeze. There's no pull. There's no tension.
It's called gravity. Chain
Yeah.
move.
Gravity?
It doesn't exist apparently.
Of course it doesn't exist. We're just being flung on the disc that fast.
Yeah. I'll pretend for a moment that I know what you just said.
Anyway, so where was I? Oh yes, chains. Looking around, you see a few more, and another, and another.
Well, follow those chains and we'll get to where we're going eventually, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. And eventually,
oh, there's a bottom. Famous last words. Owen keels over the railroad dead. What happened? Oh.
he found the bottom, dude.
The skull takes over and all he hears, oh, dude! Oh, dude, I have legs! Holy shit!
Now, while you're on this, well, for lack of a better term, ground, you're looking around and you kind of see a graveyard. It's that same graveyard. And you see a handful of names. A lot of them are a little... It's like trying to read something in a dream. Where technically you can when you're lucid dreaming, but otherwise you can't quite make out the symbols type of thing. But there is...
read them, but they just don't register with your brain.
Yeah. There is one that does stand out clear as day.
When I wake up from this, I'm clearly not going to that one.
The tombstone is a small one. It's a smaller tombstone called Baron, as in like the name Baron Duncan. And then looking forward, you see that a silhouette. It's the same silhouette from the last vision you had, only there are no golden dancing children and an adult figure. It's just backdrop.
Yeah.
You know, does it feel disrespectful that I'm a skull floating in a graveyard? Oh. But what about you? If I belong here, how will you get along without my help? You need me, bro.
Just be like, by the Raven Queen, I banish you. Poof, where'd he go? Oops.
You hear the Raven Queen crying out in the distance, "What the fuck?
Stop doing that!"
It's like,
skull
oh,
goes
hello,
down.
bro.
The skull annoys her instead.
It's like, sorry, bro. I didn't mean bro. I mean like dudette. You know, you're looking pretty hot.
Just
But also kind of
like, sorry, not sorry. I'm gonna regret this later.
There is something of note, however, that you that if you do intend on paying attention to the gravestone of Baron Duncan, one of the chains is going into that grave. And with that, the image gets as you get pulled back up the hole.
As smart as I am, that's gonna be. It's time to go grave robbing. I get to exhume a body.
The disembodied floating skull, like, what? Oh, wait for me, bro!
No, you can stay here.
Dude, since when can fly?
That's what he wanted to hear, Freddie.
And you return to consciousness. You've got Kahlo over there trying
That's
to
what
get...
I was looking at. Just
Yeah. Star Wars wiping over to Alvin. You march your way deeper and deeper into the temple, essentially.
Making my way.
Yep. You follow a distant floating light. And you arrive in the familiar room where you had the Sorrow Sworn. You met the Sorrow Sworn, and you don't see Rolen, but rather you see his pendant floating in midair about 5 feet off the ground.
Well, I'm gonna go yoink it.
Alright. You walk over and you yoink the pendant down. It is heavy in your
Not
hand.
down, up and over.
Yeah, up and over.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm holding it now.
Yep, it is heavy in your hand, but otherwise it's same pendant.
Do I know what this pendant does?
You do not necessarily know what the pendant does, but you do know it belongs to Rolen.
Alright, put it on.
Okay. It feels heavy around your neck.
Alright. Is there anything else there that I can feel?
No. There is nothing under or necessarily around where the pendant was floating that you can interact with or even see. It was literally just floating in midair.
Neat.
You do notice that the altar is emitting a light. It's a dim light, but it's glowing now.
Anything like runes or something the light's coming from? Can I investigate like the area?
It's more like the imperfections of the stonework are being lit up, not necessarily the runes themselves.
Fortunately, I have a chisel. I can get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
Any objections to me defiling a holy site?
I don't give two shits. I already defiled this place.
This
Did
is
you
true.
not see him piss in the corner? And then take the body of the Sorrow Sworn?
Alright, well I'm gonna find one of the imperfections that I think might kind of have the light coming from it. I'm just gonna start chiseling my way in.
Okay.
Just,
Roll it.
what is this? Just a fucking skill?
Assuming that you're using your tools and you have proficiency with those tools, you roll that with your proficiency bonus.
Alright. 10.
10 total.
Yeah.
You, as you go to ting, 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 and you get launched backwards like Gimli from Fellowship of the Ring.
I haven't seen it.
You should. He basically brings his axe down the ring and he blasts backwards.
Tight.
But you get flung backwards as you hear...
Yeah. Unless Dino Girl's on Tumblr.
No, it's more like the sudden release of wind than anything else.
So the altar passed gas.
The altar passed gas. You drop your chisel and hammer. You hear the clattering of both of them, so you more or less know exactly where they are. The two of you hear this as well. You hear the sudden expulsion of air. And you hear some clattering from deep within the temple. And Degrizniak just goes... He gets up.
Yeah, he got himself into this mess. Sit back down.
He thinks about it for a moment. He sits back down.
Because he's the only one unaccounted for. He needs to learn a lesson the hard way. And not fried brains.
Degrizniak takes his hat and goes, I wonder if I can have this fixed somewhere.
As long as it's not magical parts that are being fixed, I can fix it.
Hands it over to you.
Before he passes it, if I can mend the non-magical parts of it, I'm just going to be
Yeah. Yeah, most of the magical properties comes from the feather that's embedded into the brim, and that.
So I can fix the leather and shit on it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was
Classic
entirely
macaroni
magical.
magic.
We'll just give him
This
a
guy
good
gets
old
it.
mending. No, yeah, it's cantrip. Fucking Emily.
Yep.
Be like. It's nice to have magic sometimes.
So, assuming that the two of you don't give a shit that there's an expulsion of gas and that Alvin's deep in the cave.
To be entirely fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Diggersnack are both old men.
Oh, this is going to be that.
We don't give a shit. We pass gas all the time.
I was thinking of dirt.
He's just going to start humming so he doesn't hear it.
La 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 la.
I just hear the echo of sea shanties from the other side of the
I don't hear anything hum.
Yeah.
What do you do? The drunk.
Well, I'm gonna go
What
retreat.
do you do with a drunken cleric? Give him a bottle of Kraken there. Hope he gets drunk off the chair. It's himself on the mic.
That is good Twitch content. Alright, well...
Your disembodied floating skull goes, "Welcome to the world of the real."
I fucking forgot you were here. Alright. Alright, I got a plan for us, okay?
Alright.
I'm gonna go over, I'm gonna get the chisel and the hammer,
Okay.
and I'm gonna stand, not directly in front of what I'm chiseling, but I'm gonna come and stand off to the side.
So you're kind of going like a this.
Yeah, 90 degrees perpendicular, and I'm gonna put the skull right here. so here's the flat stone surface, here's the skull, and I'm standing here going like this.
Alright. Roll persuasion to convince the skull to do this.
17.
Alright. The skull looks at you and goes, "No, Neo."
Alright. I'll do it anyway. I'll do it myself. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Fuck it.
The disembodied floating skull just kind of floats over your shoulder now.
Alright. Well, I'm now standing 90 degrees perpendicular, a step back from it, and I'm just kind of reaching and chiseling from the side.
Okay.
Same spot.
Roll it.
That's a solid fucking roll. 21.
Okay. So you just start and you just made a scratch mark along the side of this altar, and with the extension of this crack, there's more glowing underneath. It looks to be glowing bedrock, for lack of a better term.
Cool.
Like a different layer of a different type of stone underneath that's glowing.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Can the chisel get to that stone?
I mean, it can get to the stone, but every single time it gets to it, there's this little...
Oh, it's too hot to handle.
It's more like one of those... did you ever get those toy shockers? Like it looks like a flashlight, but when you...
Hand buzzers?
Yeah, the hand buzzer type. It's kind of like that.
Alright. Can I just chisel Alvin was here into the side of this? Or
with
Alvin was here?
With the 21, you can, but I'm going to need to make a separate one to see how legible the carving will be.
Of course, you're setting me up to fail. Tight, that's an 8.
It looks like the drunken... It looks like the drunken spray painting of some college kid. Alvin Wuchar.
That's actually quite impressive if I made my chisel work with like spray painting.
Yeah, but no, you're able to chisel in, which now somewhat glows in places. Alvin was car.
Cool.
It's hard to use chisels to carve into stone, so...
Yeah. I'm being nice.
I'm going to go around to one of the other sides of this altar.
Okay.
And I'm going to put a big ol'... Ooh, should I do a swastika?
The swastika has no meaning in this universe.
What's something I could use to defile this altar?
Draw a dick on it?
That's a universal.
Cock and balls.
Okay.
Which is pretty easy. 2 circles in cylinder.
All right, you make another roll.
Rolling for cock and balls. 12.
All right. You have successfully made an off-kilter cock and balls on the side of this altar.
It's natural for one to hang lower than the other.
It's just a little warm.
All right,
One of the balls glows slightly easier than the other.
All right, well, I'm going to continue looking around for Rolen.
All right. Roll perception.
Visual
don't find
perception. Fuck.
Yes, it was a visual perception. You do not find him.
All right. Now, is this the deepest part of the cave, or can I go deeper?
Yes. This is the deepest part.
Oh.
Why do you search for one who does not respect you? You should leave him to die.
Yes, but not until I rob him.
Haven't you already stolen his decanter of endless water?
No. The goblins stole it. I
Liberated it.
repatriated it. And as soon as he gives me my payment, we can negotiate its return. Hey, bone's softer than stone, right?
That it is.
How would you like a tattoo?
Then again, one's will can become stronger than anything. You will learn that soon enough.
Do you feel pain?
What is pain but the response? A willing response to accept the danger of the situation. You will learn to ignore pain in time.
That's insufferably vague, and now I'm not going to ask for your consent before I do this. And I start to chisel a dick into his skull.
All right, roll it.
Okay, 17.
It is a very convincing cock and balls, which as soon as you're done, he just kind of... What if I told you that the cock and ball is a sign of virility and strength? I thank you for the compliment.
Here, let me give you another one. I will compliment you all day, my friend. Here, compliment incoming. So 15.
You have another cock and balls somewhere on the skull. And you notice that when you carve this first one in, the second one in, when your eyes are no longer looking at the second one, when he turns around, it's not there anymore.
Ah, fuck. If I turn the other one away from me and then back, is it also gone?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. What happens if I just rip your jaw off? Did I do that to you already, or was that someone else?
You did.
Oh.
I then became what I am now. A new beginning. A new life.
So, do you mean to tell me if I tore your jaw off, you'd come back as someone who wasn't insufferable?
Perhaps. Let us find out. The skull turns and floats off in the direction of the interior, the entrance of the cave.
Wow, I got him to leave without violence. That was, preferred. Is there anything of interest this deep in the cave?
Not particularly. You've got rotting bookshelves made of wood along some of the walls, but...
Flammable? Like how rotting?
We're talking the soft rotting, very moist.
So I could like body slam them and they'd collapse.
Probably.
Like, would I do that?
Alright. You do that. You body slam into the bookshelf. Books tumble on top of you.
Oh, the books are still intact.
They are also rotted away, but yes.
Alright. I just want to go around, like, kick one over, hip check one until it shatters.
Alright.
Just do some vandalism.
This is totally a new tattoo that I need to get.
That's fucking bizarre.
What the What?
It's a tattoo.
I know that!
I want to get it so bad. I can pilot a mech.
Do I roll for vandalism?
No, that's fine. You topple over one of the bookshelves, and it's just... It's a lot of gunk in addition to the, rotting wood and rotting pages.
Are a lot of these books like leather bound?
A lot of them are, yeah.
Is the leather salvageable?
Questionable. A lot of it's degraded,
Yeah.
so not really.
Useless. Useless,
much.
this whole place.
Pretty much.
And I leave.
Alright. Omen, you see a disembodied floating skull floating over towards you.
Yeah, cool. I did fuck up.
So Bear's next like, huh?
Did you just assume I'm dead and the skull just rectified someone else?
Yep.
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, floating skulls and some weird stuff.
Did you get sleep?
I did.
Okay then.
Fucking Drake popping out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You tried to attack my heels.
You heard the Pringles can.
Well,
Yeah, he
well,
probably did.
I should call him a fucking goat. Ain't no cat. He's like, "Boy."
Aww. He was a very small meow as he yawned.
He's, eh?
So the disembodied floating skull approaches you, and your own skull goes, "Hey, back off! This is my turf. This is my friend. He's not your friend. You have your own. You chose the short, bald guy. You don't get to have the tall, handsome guy, okay?"
First off, you didn't choose me. Second off, I didn't choose you. I took you from somebody else. So you don't interfere with whatever the fuck they've got going on.
The Grizznyak's just gonna go, "Let me guess, floating skulls."
Yeah. One's like a surfer dude. And the other one... I don't know the other one, but I do remember... I think it was in a dream realm where I ripped his fucking jaw. No, I made him retarded. He's not retarded anymore.
I think we've both mutilated him at different points.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know when they're gone.
Well, when I find out how to do that, you'll be the first to know.
What have I told you? Back the fuck off, child. How would you feel if I told you that we have a theory that we could potentially rewrite your disembodied floating skull's personality by ripping its jaw clean off?
And why would I do that when I can just utterly destroy it like I did the last time?
Because then you wouldn't have someone to bounce
I'm just gonna
ideas off
stare
of.
at the other skulls and be like, want to see if we can do it again?
But then you wouldn't have ideas to bounce off. You wouldn't know which is real and which is fake.
I'm totally just gonna stare through him at this point. Just zone the fuck out.
He starts prattling on about bullshit philosophy and, oh, we're in a simulation, and, oh, be free by ripping the jaw off your skull and bringing his true personality to the surface.
Damn.
Eventually you see Alvin walking by. Alvin, you see the disembodied floating skull talking to that Omen.
Hey, Tiny, you can make a bag, right?
Your problem now.
Like the magic thingy? I've got a theory I want to test.
I already have the one bag.
Do you got your tinker slots?
No, I can only do the one bag.
Empty it out. We're gonna do something stupid.
Yeah, alright. I was on the fence until you said we were doing something stupid, and I was sold.
Okay.
I find a suitable corner of the room and I empty the bags.
Why the fuck is there so much flour?
It's just coating everything.
Just poof. I'm like, I hope this is flour and not that angel dust stuff that makes you go, no.
I just have a shit ton of PCP in my bag.
Your disembodied floating skull just like slowly slowly floats over to the white stuff.
There's no white stuff. It doesn't have flour at this point, I'm pretty sure.
He doesn't, but it's funny to imagine.
It's just still like a coating of it in my bag.
Yeah.
The big sack of it is still in my cart at the Hunter's Hall.
Which isn't too far away.
Mm-hmm. Only about a day's walking. So, yeah, you have an empty bag of holding.
I toss it over to him.
So I know it. Come here, you.
Oh, hey!
Get yours too. I hope this works.
Alright, I grab mine and I throw him in there too.
Alright, you shove it into the bag of holding.
Are we sending him to the astral plane?
I'm attempting to. Just.
Alright,
Is this how this works, right? I just gotta poke a hole in the bag, right?
okay, so I need you to make some kind of check.
I'm gonna use my luck for that. That's better.
Okay, Arcana?
I'm assisting him.
If
You gotta roll your assistance.
It was
then.
my bag. I also have a skull in it. I am
Alright,
assisting.
fine. Roll with advantage because you're being assisted. Yes.
Yes!
Okay, you are now. You are just about to poke a hole in this thing when you remember. Oh wait, this sets off a bomb.
No, it doesn't.
If I remember correctly,
It was established that it just empties into the astral plane.
Turning it
It
inside
does,
out
but
causes everything to
explode.
explode out.
Yeah.
Destroying it sends the contents to the astral plane.
if I remember correctly, it does create like a 5-foot radius of black hole. I'm looking it up just in case.
Maybe the bag of flour.
Maybe.
Because it was canonly said that you said the other time that we did
I did,
that
yes,
it
yes.
just empties out. No, it empties into the astral plane.
Roland's
Yep.
going to come back from that defiled altar and just half of the party's going to be left.
Like we're just gonna be a half body. It's just be like, we're still ha.
You are correct. You are correct.
You'll just get merged into one character.
With a four.
merged into one.
That advantage was so
Okay.
sexy.
Okay, that's where I got mixed up. It does do what I said, but only if it's placed inside an extra-dimensional space created by other items.
If you put a bag of holding in a bag of holding, you make a black hole. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's like dividing by zero.
Or a portable hole.
Yeah. The portable hole, Howard's handy haversack. Yeah. Yep, that's where it was. But yeah.
Fuzzy baby.
You ignite your lightsaber. And you hear this.
Silence. It's probably not going to keep me going for long.
Make a perception check, not visual.
I thought that was 19 per second. 13 plus 1, so 14.
The necklace gets heavier.
Tight.
Sorry, Rolen.
Hey, Solomon, you wouldn't happen to have any gems, would you?
Do I? I don't think I got them on me. But...
No, you would not, because it's not something that you would carry on your vacations.
I can tell you, I might have a few back at home.
Would you be interested in this very fine, very, very hefty, weighty pendant in
Steal
exchange?
that from Rolen. Oh wait.
I
You
found
remember him?
Yeah. Okay.
I found it floating in the cave. It looks like his.
He might want that back.
It's way heavier than his, though.
You said he wasn't there. Do I make an Arcana check to see if he's in the pendant then? Because if it's floating there and he's not there, but he was there and there's only one way in, I've been here before, I know.
You can... I don't see why not. Yeah, you can make an Arcana check to try and... if you have the Identify spell, you can just cast that.
18? It's an Arcana?
Yep. There are other items that act as a portable space. Typically speaking, those, well, like the Bag of Holding, but typically even the ones like the pendant that Alvin is trying to pawn off on you, typically only works on non-living creatures. There is... If I remember correctly, I mean, you've seen both Siegfried and Rolen summon forth their beast from it, though.
Yeah.
So,
no, so I was just going to be like,
you know what?
I'm going to assume that you didn't see him, so he's probably inside that thing. You got a pet druid.
Nice. You know how I get him out?
Nope.
This is the genie situation where I just rub it, and I just start vigorously stroking the pendant.
The Grisniak with his head under the hat just goes, you want to rub it? Do it outside.
Yeah, some of us old men are trying to think.
Look around. Do I see Kalu?
Yeah, he's on the ground as far as I'm aware. Last I checked, he was trying to sleep.
Face down in the fucking dirt or something.
No, he's spit shining his weapons.
So
All
face
right,
down
fine.
in the dirt.
Take it over. Hey, Kalu, do you know how this thing works?
Oh, well, it works.
This pendant. When I stop stroking it long enough to like hold it up.
No, I don't. Besides the obvious ways of hitting you with it, I don't know how it works.
Alright. So we're gonna go now, right? Bueller?
Right, you need to make a new one of those bags and get your stuff.
Oh, shit. Alright, here, give me the bag of holding back.
Mend. There's no longer a hole in it.
I sit down and I start to tinker it. Or imbue it.
You start to sit down, and then you start to sit, and then you tinker.
Go beep. Hey!
He got whacked on both sides.
He's like, bitch!
He tried to recoil from you and just hit my hand instead.
The beepers.
Now.
A new astral plane is going to be made.
So, but yes, I think it takes, 10 minutes to do that?
It's an hour for that.
Okay.
But I can do it while walking.
Okay.
But I also have all my stuff sitting in this cave, so I can't really do that. Unless I want to walk 30 minutes there, go, oh shit, and then walk 30 minutes back. I knew I was doing this for a reason.
Right.
So, if that's going to take him an hour, it'd be 59 minutes and 30 seconds into it. Cole's going to get up and just like, okay, let's go.
Well, after 30 seconds...
About 50 minutes into it, Cole's just going to get up and just like, okay, we're going now.
Alright, Kalu gets up, he walks over to Alvin.
Picks him up, let's go.
I stab him.
No, you can keep tinkering if he picks you up, you just tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, but my stuff is all sitting in here. So
As soon as you make the bag, it doesn't matter. You're slippery, you little shit. You can get away from him.
You did it 4 times in the tent.
This is true.
We need to get you some fucking oil or grease or something so you can grease yourself up so nobody can catch you even if you're caught.
No.
I think that, doesn't the Artificer also get a grease spell at some point?
I do have the grease
Just
spell.
what are we gonna do? Alright, bear with me. I want to see this happen. We're in Dryfell, right? Get it? We're gonna give you a Speedo, we're gonna grease you up, and I'm gonna set you free in the market.
Why a Speedo? Why not just go full nude?
It's true.
Because that's indecent exposure, and there are children, and if you traumatize the children,
You might die.
might.
It's not like Raw needs another reason to try and kill me.
Exactly. No, I just want to say, even with raw strength, a slippery, greased up little fucker, like, yeah,
Well, at that point, he'd go. a lit sword.
Dodge. The one time he speaks, sit still!
Sit still. Just speaks like Stephen Hawking. But yeah, so you're making the bag. Degrizniak takes this opportunity.
Getting that bag.
And he's you making that bag. Degrizniak then, like, within that hour, he does eventually get up and he just does some stretches and he does a couple push-ups. They're half-hearted, but he's just doing it to wake his arms up. He gets back up. Alright, who wants to walk with an old man?
I call dibs. I'm getting away from this chaos.
Join us when you're ready, my boy. And he pats you on the shoulder. This is about like 55 minutes into your spell.
60 minutes. No, 5. I don't know. Breaks his concentration.
I sit down and start to imbue. I'm like, alright, we're out.
Degrizniak slowly walks out of the cave.
Just does not acknowledge me at all. Just whatever.
Now, Carlo, do you actually intend on picking up Alvin 59 minutes and 30 seconds into his spell?
I'll let him finish.
That's what she said.
I don't feel like coming back and getting all this shit. I don't feel like carrying it, so yeah.
Alright.
He's concentrated. It's
Let's
totally
get
not
a
like he
walkout.
couldn't just go through his shit. He left it in the corner.
Oh, you don't have to concentrate for this.
I know.
You can do it while walking.
Oh.
It's more the fact that it just takes an hour to do.
Yeah.
Lace that bag up.
So after you finished in making your bag of holding...
Collect your stuff and follow the Degrizniak.
Yeah, you pick up your stuff and you follow Degrizniak. When your spell is done, I assume you go over to your pile and just...
Throw it all in there, yeah.
Gotta make it an elastic bag of holding. What?
Well, this is your loincloth. I don't know if you remember that.
No, because mine just died. You got a new bag.
No, you had a proper bag of holding that got destroyed. And then I made a bag out of one of your old loincloths. Remember that?
You need an elastic bag of holding. Just
Yeah, just a Hanes Fruit of the Loop elastic band.
what can you fit in there? Yeah, pretty much anything I want, as long as that elastic stretches.
I sewed the leg shut on some whitey tighties and just turned it into a bag of holding.
You need to turn someone's fancy bloomers into a bag of holding. What are you doing? Panty raid!
Alright.
You could fucking load up a pantaloon bag of holding and just be like, my new move, what panty cannon?
Alright, so... Hey, you shovel the stuff in there. What exactly are you shoveling into the bag again?
All of my possessions.
Okay. So is that mostly just like what? Items, food?
Yeah, it's almost all items.
Okay.
I don't really think there's anything perishable except for like ration bars or whatever.
Okay.
Steal some more M&Ms.
Stealing more M&Ms!
Yes. Got a sweet tooth today. Oh shit.
Very sweet tooth.
But do you actually have the ration bars in there?
Actually, Rolen might carry those.
Oh. Alright, so all your items get shoved in there.
See, now he's looking stuff up and that worries me.
Well, of course it should. That's what I do. I look things up. Just to make you worry.
I was doing it too long.
So after that, you go and chase after the group. The forest seems slightly more
Foresty.
lively than before. You've got more insects floating around than before, but whether or not this is because of what you did to Gorn's camp or just because it's that time of the day, you're not 100% certain. But, the Grisniak's in a good mood. This old man skips a little bit every once in a while.
This old man, he played 10, he's going home to see his kin. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give an old man his daughter. So Goblin came waddling home.
Alright, will we make it to the Hunter's Hall by sundown?
No, it'll be a good 24-hour walk.
Fuck.
You know, if any of you has a story from anywhere, it's gonna be a long walk. I'd also accept faster mode of transportation.
You got it, Chief. Oh, I just greased the path ahead of us. and then I do like a running start, and then I just slide across.
Could it be
it.
an athletics or acrobatics check, not a fucking faceplant?
I think that's that's acrobatics.
That's very cocked, which is a shame because it would have been a 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's 24.
Okay. You grease the floor in front of you, and you go to slide, and then you remember that when the dirt gets greased and liquefied, it becomes a bit more muddy. So you slide a little bit in the mud, but you basically just dig down a little bit for like half a foot, and then you go. The Grisniak just
Works better on stone.
Kids.
I was hoping he'd faceplant.
he taps your arm.
You'll see plenty, big guy. You'll see plenty.
I see a lot.
Faster modes. Faster modes. I mean, you guys could camp out and I could go get my cart.
You know, a funny story. It recently happened. You might not have been aware of it, Mean Green, but you know what's terrifying? A screaming goblin flying out of nowhere. From the air.
Well, flying is kind of generous. You threw him to his death.
He threw himself to his death. He threw himself at Gorn. I just happened to be there on a T-Rex and hit.
He died of natural causes. Gravity. You pushed on gravity as a natural cause.
He wasn't
Listen
pushed, he
here, you
jumped.
little shit. I know.
I did not know goblins could fly, but on that day, this old man showed me otherwise.
Yeah. I did
You
that.
didn't tell me you had wings.
I don't. That was pretty good, wasn't it?
It was glorious.
That was pretty good.
Hey, we should be looking out for wild animals, right?
That story will forever be told in my cathedral.
What is up, Chaos Stars?
Yo, welcome to the campaign with no name.
I'm going to immortalize this goblin. What's that? The Grisniak, the flying man beast.
Flying man beast. a 3'8" goblin man. Who's a
The Grisniak, the mean green.
I think I read that goblins live about 60 years. He's 57.
You said it was like 70 something.
Yeah, that was when I thought that they lived 80 years. They live 60.
Oh, I can't
He's 3 years from dying.
Pretty much. So
Hey,
you recount the tale of the brave party with no name facing off and going off on Gorn and his platoon, his army. And it goes for quite a while. You laugh.
Such a shame nobody recorded it. That'd be one hell of a story.
I could be, yeah. It'd be very entertaining.
Nah, no one would watch it.
I'm not talking this. I'm talking level-wise. A party of 4 disbanding an entire army. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had help.
Originally a party of 4. Degreesniak don't count because he's an NPC.
What's an NPC?
I was also counting Arfeld, Sarah, all the deserters we met along the way.
Nicely proficient cock.
He does, in fact, have one of those.
Fucking
Degrisniak just shifts his pants a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I resemble that remark.
Resemble. Degrisniak, were you aware that your penis is the talk of the town?
Huh?
Well, not a town, a forest. Everyone in this forest knows about your penis.
His eyes just kind of like look at you, and then just kind of like slightly widened.
They call you the
Just-
old tripod.
He lets out a sigh, shakes his head, looks at the ground, just keeps on walking.
We had a good thing. It was a good thing, and then you ruined it.
Fucking kids.
Kids.
Fucking teenagers.
Here's a crazy thing. They don't even know it because of me.
His daughter is walking with us at this point, too.
No, she's at the hall.
Yeah, she was flown to the
That's
hall.
right, she did get taken to the hall, didn't she?
Yep.
Never mind.
I said to Grace, here's the crazy thing. I'm not even the reason people know.
I'm not listening anymore.
It's probably for the best.
I
You
turned to,
can't walk.
I turned to Solomon and I go, I don't think he remembers when we got naked during the acid trip.
What acid trip?
I turned to Colin and I go,
Yeah, the time I saw your pants, too.
No, I'm fucking with them. I remember. I'm saying, what acid trip? I'm starting the acid
Inside
trip all
check.
over
Go
again.
for it. Please roll deception.
natural one.
Can I beat a 1? Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
With a +7.
And I beat a 1.
So, it's dirty something. So
It was a dirty something. That was deception, yeah.
16 and 7.
It's a cleric with proficiency in deception.
What are you gonna do? I just need you to believe that I'm a cleric.
Isn't everything that a priest says a lie?
You got me there.
I think really good deception.
You'd think, yeah.
You make an entire people believe in an imaginary something from a book, something fairy tale, something, it's all good.
Well, you did convince him that you're a god.
I did. That was
Which
great.
seems like it'd be sacrilege to your god.
I said a god, not in person to me. Because it was a bright light, not a dark light with feathers.
I like to imagine that, like, this whole thing actually is in character.
Which one?
Oh, yeah, this whole
Like,
thing.
you convinced Carlo that you're a god. Like, yes, I did. Like, doesn't that sound sacrilegious? Like, no, because I was impersonating no god. I just convinced him it was a god.
Just pimp hand. You, on the other hand.
That's right, because Rolen is currently walking with the pimp hand of withering.
Rolen, you mean me?
Sorry,
Solomon.
Omen. Omen is currently walking.
Solomon.
Omen, Solomon.
Yeah, I think you're the only one who cares that his name is Solomon.
No, I didn't know. It's like he learned it, so he's gonna use it.
I'm just saying he's the only one who cares.
I've told the rest of you, too.
No,
For
Roland
the
uses
record.
it too.
Does he?
Yeah.
I thought he said Omen. Oh, okay. Alright then. But you continue on your trek for a merry ways. Eventually night falls again. You set up camp.
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I'll get up in a tree so I can get a better
I
view.
don't trust him as far as I can put him.
Okay.
That was in character.
Hey, if you die, I don't get my gem, so I have a reason to keep you alive.
Fair point. I'll keep that in mind.
I'm gonna climb a tree.
Alright.
It's not that I don't trust him. It's I don't trust him with my stuff.
Fair enough. You climb a tree. Roll it.
Natural 1. Back for the night.
Another one?
Bam, bam, back to back.
Goes to climbing and your feet are still greasy.
Oh, that's right, I'm covered in mud.
You go to climb this tree. You slip and fall, you trip, and you bonk your...
He falls, he's hanging by his balls, they rip, they tear. I can't mend them while they're in the air.
How long have you been waiting on that one?
So there's a song as Tarzan the Monkey Man was playing with a rubber band. He slips, he falls, he's hanging by his balls. They rip, they tear, they go flying through the air.
So you slip and fall and tumble and you bonk your
unconscious.
You bonk your head against a makeshift log a log that was made as a makeshift bench, and you are out.
Wow. If I would have known it was that easy sooner.
Guess I'm not taking a walk.
You know what? I better go see if he's okay.
You go roll and make a medicine check.
You keep calling me Rolen.
No, I said roll a medicine check.
It's a 6.
A 6 plus medicine.
9.
All right, he's okay. He's okay.
It's just a half-assed attempt. Too. I really don't care. I just want to make sure he's not dead.
He is breathing and he is not dead.
Okay, I'm gonna kick him.
Okay.
Revenge, you little shit.
You kick the unconscious body of Alvin.
2 death saving throws failed.
You're unconscious, not losing HP. You knocked yourself out. I'm not aiming to kill. I'm aiming to... Fuck you. This is revenge for the 2 times you dropped me.
You're aiming to fuck me, okay.
No, if I was gonna do that, I would have just hung you over the fucking fence over there and let the bears have you.
Let's say I'm already unconscious. You can just do whatever.
It was more along the lines of because you dropped both me and Kalu while we were already down.
Yeah, you couldn't prove that, though.
No, but I could feel it, and the last thing I seen flopping at me was a gnome.
And I saved your life. That was I explained away.
You proved I fell on you, but you can't prove I dropped you.
Let me see your elbow real quick. We'll match up the marks.
The only proof you have is that I got on top of you to spare the dying.
So, the Grisniak has taken this opportunity to fall asleep. I already rolled his dream. His dream.
Do I get disadvantage on my dream because I was knocked unconscious?
Oh, look, I call him. Hey, look! I kicked the no. We got rope.
Can I go ahead and fashion myself a hammock between 2 trees and then fall asleep?
How the fuck do you have it? Okay, no. You have to make a hammock before you can fashion one between 2 trees. And I know you have not done this.
Didn't he steal one from the camp?
There weren't hammocks at the camp.
Oh.
I've got else.
You aren't an artisan like I am, though.
But Kalu, your blood brother has asked if you have any rope.
I don't, do I? I get rid of it. I just go to sleep on the ground.
You're not gonna take this opportunity to fuck with an unconscious gnome? You
can't steal his shit because it's in a bag of holding.
You don't need to steal his shit. We could totally not tie him up with whatever we got and hang him from a branch. So when he wakes up, he's just
just hang me like a bear bag.
Just what's he do? He's like, gotta keep him safe from the critters. It was for your own good.
Yeah, we can just tie him to a tree and.
But it's funnier if it sways. We can call him Swayze.
We'll just make him a pinata.
Well, that's the other thing. I mean, it's totally not like we both don't have shovels. We can totally just bury him head deep in the dirt, too.
That will suffocate me. Oh, head deep, up to my neck. Starting at the feet. Yeah.
Wake up just... why is my head... Where's my body?!
You have options.
I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna lean him against the tree that he knocked himself out on.
Okay.
And take off the tattered robes that I was wearing and cover him with it. Just... Sleep, you idiot.
I into the tree about
Oh, he does have rope.
Tied up. So his feet are just dangling, so it's tie him under the armpit, so he's just dangling there.
So Omen wants to just lay him against the back of a tree and cover him with his old tattered robes. Carlo wants to hang him from the armpit of a tree. From what I
he
hear.
wants to hang him to a tree by his armpits.
Oh.
The tree, so I want to take him from that tree and tie him against it. He's
Okay.
hanging by his armpits.
Well, we both established that you don't have rope. I don't have any rope.
Man,
He's got a belt.
only you had someone with a rope.
Do either of you want to take first watch?
I'll do it since I literally slept more than most.
Okay. Carlo, do you intend to join him, or do you want to finally get a full night's rest?
He's going to attempt to, and I'm going to smack him with the pimp hand to like sleep. Sleep. God damn it!
Just one of the larger trees and get some sleep.
Okay.
Sitting on the log, poking the fire. Just
Alright. So first, Alvin and Kalu, please make dream rolls real quick.
12.
Okay.
Natural 20.
he's having a wet dream about the Grisniak's daughter.
I think he does that every night.
No. Like, he's legit gonna have a wet dream this time. He's not gonna just, oh yeah, you wake up with the wood. This time he's waking up with a full load blown.
There's just gonna be a hole melted through his pants.
Like, the fuck is just? What the fuck is that smell?
Smells salty.
It smells like salty coins and milk.
I jizz at escape velocity. My sperm is in orbit now.
Kind of smells like pineapple too. Feels like I feel hungry for pizza now.
I don't want to know why you associate that with that, but whatever.
No, pineapple pizza.
It's not a thing, but okay, yeah.
Anyway. So, you rolled a 12, so nothing of note. You just have a night where you sleep off a concussion.
Yeah.
Omen, please make a perception roll to keep watch.
Yikes. We're gonna luck that.
Alright.
That's a lot better. I gotta mark the 2 off that we use now.
Alright.
Your luck results in a long rest, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. No reason not to.
Dirty 21.
Adrian 21, okay. So you keep watch for a good long while. Do you intend to stay watch the entire night, or...
I'm not tired.
Alright then.
I'm gonna let them sleep while they sleep. It's
Okay.
not like we're totally not walking, and it's not totally like Father Solomon hasn't canonically stayed up for at least 4 days at a time anyway. That's the little piece of myself I'm putting in there.
He doesn't remember that 4th day very well,
I
but...
remember bits and pieces of it, but it's like a little fucking high ass. Just, I drove home.
Oh, wait. Was that during the convergence? Yeah. Why do I get the feeling I saw you that day?
You did. You were right next to me. You said, "Hey, how's it going?" And I said, "What?" Because I was standing at the end of the pool area. I was standing there. You were right next to me, but I heard you from down the fucking hall. That's what I heard. I'm like, you're like, I'm right here. I'm like, oh. That was some weird shit. Because not only was it 4 days, but there wasn't a lot of food involved or drinking, anything. It was like, I was ragged.
Speaking of drinking stuff, where did that code red go?
Ooh.
Ah, tight.
Right here.
Thank you.
But yes.
Also, hello there. Hold on. My eyes are shit. My eyes are shit.
It's a weird username.
Yeah. I believe that is the real Salties.
So glad to have you, real salties. Fake salties were here earlier.
They were talking some mad shit.
Yeah, we don't fuck with
You
fake
might have
salties.
to kick their ass.
Real salties only.
Yeah. We had to kick him out. We had to kick
You're
him out.
never lonely, real salties only.
So,
What genre would that even be? Of fucking
Old white dudes.
is Jeff Bezos' personal dating site?
No, that's the, we're rich and you're not, ha 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 ha, have fun trying to find a bathroom, you slimy git.
oh boy. So,
Yes, anyway.
indeed. I wasn't expecting Grizniak to get a natural 20 on his dream roll, but that's for up here because he's an NPC, not a player character.
Both of you get 20s?
Yeah, both of them got 20s on the dream rolls.
Nice.
There was 3 20s rolled.
Yeah. So,
And I'm the guy with 2 1s.
yeah.
Knock the fuck out. You just really needed a nap. Oh wait, how's that neck of yours, by the way? After getting knocked out and that neck of yours being sore, I think you might have re-injured yourself.
Probably with the heavy pendant I put around my neck.
Because you already had a straight neck.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then you
yeah,
put that
probably-
pendant on, and then you just fucking
Probably broke my fucking neck. you're gonna come wake me in the morning and you go, oh, he's not breathing.
No, he's breathing, he's just not moving. Wake up!
Yep.
Wake up!
He's got no feeling on any of the nerves below his neck.
My entire lower
Horses.
body is tingling. In fact, everything below my neck is tingling.
That explains why you didn't move an actual inch last night.
Quick, find a battle wheelchair for me.
Teach me how to tinker and I'll make one. The reason Sullivan multi-class to a tinkerer was to build something to all of them. Like, teach me how to do it. What? Okay, it's really shitty, but we're good.
So, your natural 20 in the dream state. Okay then, alright. You emerge in, well, the forest area around you, the campsite that you went to bed in, now expands, and all of the party members around you have been replaced with shadowy figures.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah. 2 of the shadowy figures seem to be what you remember to be the one-armed orc you slew and Prince Leon. But there are 3 others. They're all about as large as Doak, Onzaz, and Gorn, and they all appear to be fairly just sitting there menacingly. And, let's see. You know, I'm going to decide later what this 20 does for you in the dream realm. Because, honestly, I hadn't planned for this. But you will be dreaming about the 5 shadowy specters currently taking up residence in that cursed sword of yours. Oh, that's what I can do.
You have another +1 to the sword.
No.
+7 sword.
The shadowy figure that is clearly Prince Leon glides over to you, sits down next to you,
It's crowded in here.
and hands you the blade, the sword of sworn vengeance. You pick up the blade, and shown like a reflection or like that of a movie, in the blackened blade itself, you see Namzar currently lying on the ground, just convulsing and contorting and just shrieking. His hands are clasped over a part of his neck. He's just yelling out in pain. And you are able to determine through this natural 20 dream that that was last night. When you wake up with the morning sun, you have a 10-minute window of knowing which direction Namzar has gone. As in, like, which direction he is. Omen, while Kalu is asleep, you see a shroud of darkness just creeping out of Kalu. The shadows do not appear to be eating him by any means, and in fact very much resemble what he looked like right after he killed Unzaz back in that previous battle. Shadowed pauldrons, a cloak of sorts, a crown.
The shroud of shadows.
Yeah. Shadowed gauntlets. His big black sword is also currently shrouded lightly in this mist. You keep an eye on him for a little bit. He doesn't seem to be in any pain.
As long as he doesn't sit up and start hitting people, I'm good.
All right. After about 30 minutes, the shroud recedes back into the blade.
He just got fucked by a sword. Well, I mean, you're never lonely at Kalu's home.
For those of you who can't see that, which is everyone, Omen's player is holding a yardstick. He just leaned forward and starts slapping himself in the face. You all wake up. You have gained the benefits of a long rest.
That's 30 more inches than usually slapping in the face.
That's what you think. You don't know what I do on my days off.
It's true. His doors are normally closed, and I can still hear something.
Alright, 28 inches more than usually slaps you in the face.
Bold of you to assume I like small people.
How big is Guadalupe's dick?
Imagine a forearm.
We're talking like a baby forearm?
That's up for your determination.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson's forearm.
It's up to whatever you perceive. That's why I left it open.
Solomon's player's girlfriend has a penis like Dwayne The Rock Johnson's forearm.
Yeah, they call it The Rock.
The rock and balls.
I am glad I missed the horns of that lady.
Yes, I would be really pissed if she broke.
What's wrong?
Rawl was knocked over sometime the previous night, and his left elbow got snapped open a little bit, and the guard on his right sword fell off a bit, taking some of his fingers with him.
Quick, he's weak. Bring him down.
That's what you think. Do you want the miniature golden fish? Omen's keepsake? It looks a little barren.
Yeah, literally all I need to do is get the super glue again, and I can fix it back together.
Has Zarvarax been painted yet?
Yeah. The frog? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It was remote Monday, so I couldn't really see it.
Yeah. But you all wake up. Omen, you have a splitting headache. Just... Ow!
Do you mean Alvin?
Alvin, yeah.
Yeah. You said Alvin.
Yeah, Alvin has a splitting headache. Yeah,
Do a flip.
Little golden raw.
Bronze.
Bronzed raw. Brawl.
Bronzed balls. Bronze roll.
Yeah.
I wake up with a headache,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm tied to a tree.
Yeah. Well, I don't believe they officially...
No. You were
Just-
leaned against the tree and you've got those tattered robes.
Oh.
that I was wearing. Used as a
So
blanket.
I'm the laundry basket.
Yeah.
No.
The laundry basket
I
against the
tucked you
tree.
in.
Oh, you tucked me in.
Oh, I should have done that. I should have just left him with my dirty laundry and tucked him in.
Yeah, but you test the fuck up.
I come too.
I should have just given him my dirty laundry and a pillow. But, yeah.
Guys, I think I fell asleep during my watch.
Just sitting there, just eyes peeled, just, you don't say.
That's my bad. Why am I not in the tree?
You slipped and smashed your face into the tree and you dropped where you stood.
That would explain my headache.
You all laughed.
I'm sure you all laughed.
I kicked you while you were down because of revenge.
You truly are the holiest man I know.
The Grizzneck sits up.
I'd wager he's the only holy man you know.
No, he probably also knows holy shit.
Well, I know some holy women. Although Kalu
Sarah
really
doesn't
knows.
count.
I'm not. Wait, you haven't met this person. But the rest of us know her. Kalu knows her. If you get my drift, Father.
I honestly do not know what you're talking about, child.
Hey, Kalu, you want to recount in very, very thorough detail?
I'm just gonna spew over an Orcish. Fucked her, huh?
Just all of a sudden, the most aggressive, deep throat German you've ever fucking heard.
Deep throat German. That's
yes.
I'm gonna remember that one.
Paula's going to reply in Orcish as well. Yes, and both mom and daughter.
At the same time, in plain common.
Technically, yes.
Technically, yes.
You, my friend, you need to get baptized and cleansed. That is a sin in Orcish that I totally agree with.
Alright, let's start with the baptism. I take out the decanter from this water. And I just start spraying it right at Kalu.
Interesting.
All right.
If somebody shoots the decanter around with water and somebody freezes at the tip, does it just not work?
You can break it if you want.
I'm not saying break it, I'm just saying plug it.
I mean, that's what the stopper is for. Once the stopper is put in, it just halts.
Yeah, so the water's coming out, you freeze it right at the opening, and
It'll be pushed out.
just freeze the entire fucking thing. Then yeah, I'm not doing that, obviously, because my spells don't freeze. I zap the shit out of anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cute stream. Shocking grasp. Stream of water.
So, Alvin, there are 3 levels, I believe, for the decanter of endless water.
It's lukewarm salt water.
And how fast?
Oh, fuck.
And how fast? See, he knows how to get your attention. So the
Yeah, by
decanter.
stabbing me.
So the decanter of endless water.
Oh, that was off camera, but the cat real dug his claws into my toe.
You were playing with this ball.
I was playing with his toy with my feet. I was trying to get it from him, and he was not having that shit.
So he took a stab at it. So the decanter of endless water. The stoppered flask sloshes when shaken, as if it contains water. The decanter weighs 2 pounds. You can use an action to remove the stopper and speak one of 3 command words, whereupon an amount of fresh water or salt water, your choice, pours out of the flask. The water stops pouring at the start of your next turn. You can choose one of the following options: stream, fountain, or geyser.
Ooh,
Geyser.
fountain sounds very non-lethal.
Okay.
Geyser is a fire hose.
Yeah, I'm not trying to rupture his skin. I'm trying to baptize him.
You're also over at the tree, and he's over at another tree.
Yeah, fountains have range.
Alright. So you say fountain, you aim the decanter at Kalu, and then it just produces 5 gallons and it just starts pouring out of the
Oh,
decanter.
it's that kind of fountain.
Yep. Geyser would have sprayed.
Well, I'm going to start using it to wash the mud off myself.
Okay, start cleansing yourself instead.
What does stream do then?
It produces 1 gallon of water.
Oh. So the command is just the quantity.
Yep.
So how much does Geyser do?
Infinite.
Produces 30 gallons of water that gushes forth in a geyser 30 feet long and 1 foot wide. As a bonus action while holding the decanter, you can aim the geyser at a creature you can see within 30 feet of you. The creature must succeed a DC 13 strength saving throw or take 1d4 bludgeoning damage and fall prone.
Nice.
Yep.
Alright, kids. Time to go.
The Grisnet gets up and he
We've
starts
got an
walking.
old man to reunite with his daughter.
Well,
Hast thou forgotten?
alright. And I start walking.
We shall skip ahead a little
you
bit.
made a just giant muddy mess on the ground. Just, okay.
Yeah, I leave. It's dirt and water in the floor.
And you put the fire out, so we good.
Yeah, we are good to go. It's another 12-hour walk, but otherwise uneventful. Eventually you come across the clearing, and you see before you the familiar sight of the Hunter's Hall. The ancient dragon skeleton acting as both trophy and roof, the sword-shaped tower reaching high above, and the hustle and bustle of the hunters themselves. Despite only visiting there for a short time, you all notice that each hunter seems to be wearing a different look than when you departed. Some have a drastically different armor designs as a whole, while others appear to have improved or completed the monster bone armor set they had before. Regardless of which it is, every hunter has armor themed after a beast or monster they have no doubt killed themselves. Some hunters seem to recognize you and wave, while others appear perplexed at you all as a group.
Same.
Almost not necessarily that, oh, there's a particular race among you, but rather there's a half-orc, a goblin, an Aasimar with pointed ears, and a gnome.
Just wait till the half-elf shows up.
Out of a pendant, no less.
This seems like the setup for a joke.
Punchline.
Alright. Yeah. Let's see. Near a tree that you all very fondly remember, a young girl is using the skull of a large beast hanging from its branches as a training implement. She swings a pair of sturdier-looking wooden swords against the skull with a variety of stabs and swings. Keeping a passive watch on the girl, I'm assuming... Do you...
Oh, I recognize who it is,
Yeah.
yeah. That being said, did
Omen, you...
I get my sword back from,
Oh, as the girl?
stick
Karma?
guy? Arfel.
Arfel, I mean, he more or less dropped the sword when he died, so I'm assuming you just picked it up.
Is that girl
Can we
Karma?
just canonically say I buried him with it?
Come.
I mean, if you want to bury him with the golden blade, sure.
Because I don't have it, I'm just gonna... Where's the party gift?
As you wish.
We traded weapons.
Keeping a passive watch on the girl, Omen, you notice that Rawl has clearly had an influence on the girl, as she strikes a distinctly Rawl pose at the end after finishing a rough sword form.
In rough sword form, I'm gonna bless.
Is that Karma?
What? No, that's a girl from way back then. I'm gonna get close enough to just do the glowy thing. No, you know what? Guiding bolt the skull, be like, hit the glowing mark.
Grease the skull.
Okay, so you're not doing bless, you're doing guiding bolt.
Just right at the skull.
You
Yeah, shatter
guiding
it.
bolt the skull. Please roll damage.
Damage.
You're gonna
Yeah.
shatter the skull, my
because
dude.
because the skull does have a limited amount of health.
Oh.
There should be a player's handbook right by your side, because Sam left hers.
You know what? Fuck it. It's gonna be a level 4 guiding bolt.
He wants the skull to explode and put strapped into his child's brain.
She'll be fine. What? What? Did you lose your ball? You look irritated that you lost your ball. Okay, I'm just gonna look at it because it ramps way the fuck up.
Yeah, like literally, I think the player's handbook is like by your left foot. Yeah. It is. Because that's the...
Is that
here it is. Here's mine.
Isn't that what his character sheet is on?
It ramps up.
Okay, so it's
no,
around...
the book that his character sheet is on, is that not the player's handbook?
4d6 radiant damage at
Mhm.
first level, and it's another d6 for everyone past second level.
So 7d6.
It's casting at level 4. It's a second level spell. And at second level, it's 4d6.
Really? Guiding bolts? It says first level here.
Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit,
Right.
the target takes 4d6 radiant damage.
Yep.
At first level, at fourth level, you're adding 3d6 or 7d6.
Yeah, so for each spell slot above 2, it gets an additional... Oh no, it's above
Yeah.
the first, it gets an additional d6.
Yeah, 7d6 at
So
the fourth level.
4,
Wow.
6, yeah.
Alright.
It's 3 plus.
Do you want to lend him your D6s or should I lend
I
him
just
mine?
have the one.
I've got 2, and then 3, 4, 5. And then Sam's
Karma's
attack.
gonna be a bitch.
I can send you mine. It take a couple days to get there.
Yeah.
Bitch, don't have any d6s!
For you when I'm sitting here.
The fuck? The fuck? Why do you have like 4d20s?
Why not?
Jesus! Where is Rolen when you need...
You hear that? You hear that, Sam? You need to get some D6s for fuck's sake.
So we're just gonna say it's because Solomon's tired. He didn't intentionally cast at level 4. That's just what it came out as.
You're just so stupid.
No, when he's tired, he doesn't hold anything back. It's just everything.
Your mama's,
Like warlocks.
your mama's so stupid she cast Guiding Bolt at level 4 to scare a child.
I only need 7, so...
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this skull's gonna fucking explode.
What was this, the 13 HP skull?
Let's go, the tree, the...
More of those are 6s than should be. Oh wait, there's not a single 6 there. I totally misread that.
6.
That's actually
12.
a pretty low roll, all things considered.
It's still the fucking same.
I mean, he's not wrong.
21.
Yeah.
Yeah, that second roll is actually lower.
Yeah, because
Was it? Oh yeah, because there was a couple higher ones.
the skull had an HP of like 7. So you cast Guiding Bolt.
Just with the staff as a focus, just... What?
The pimp hand just kind of goes like...
No, that's for Call Lightning.
It goes...
I don't even think about it.
And after striking the distinctly raw pose, your Guiding Bolt...
It's not even a guiding bolt at this point. 'Cause the last time we used it, it was... And it's gone.
You
It's just a
explode
pile
the
of
skull.
chalk now.
You explode the skull in a magnificent powdered mess, and the girl just like, what?
Did I do that? Just...
Oh, she does not think that. She starts looking around for spellcasters.
I can't believe you've done this.
She recognized
She's grown a little bit, obviously, too.
not much. It's only
Well,
been like a
Swords and that. But
How
it's
old
been
is
a
this
while.
child? What race is this child?
this race. She is human.
Human?
She
Okay.
is human. She appears to be about 8-9 years old.
Okay.
And she looks pissed at first, but then she recognizes you, and she goes, "Hi!" And she runs at you, waving the 2 swords up in the air.
Because I am obviously tired, I'm going to take it to you and just brace for it. Alright, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, damn, that's a 15.
Fucking slash him in the back of my rapier. Oh, that dang child.
Yeah, but as soon as I take damage, my rebuke instantly kicks off.
Please make a-
So it's either going to be you or the child that's going to get it.
child.
Please make a strength saving throw.
Oh, God. I'm good. With
What'd
a
you roll?
4.
A 4?
No, 4.
Okay. The child with a 15 slams into you.
Bam, when I don't even move, just...
And her arms are like,
I think I killed your skull. I got a gift for you. You want some armor? I'm gonna pull out that rolled up T-Rex hide. Go to your person and have them make something of this for you. Don't hit it against anything until you give it to him because it's got magic in it or something. Freshly peeled.
she's gonna make a strength roll against
Do
this.
we see this?
Wow!
20.
This 9-year-old rolled 2 15s in a row. She strains against holding this rolled up T-Rex
But
hide.
still holds the fucking things back. Go to the... What the fuck is his name again? The arms master? The robot dude?
You never learned his name.
What do they call the place where it's at, though?
Go see Domo Arigato.
The robot guy. I'm
He's
not
the
asking
Mr. Robot
who he is.
Warforged guy.
Yeah, I'm asking what was his job title?
Essentially just the craftsman, essentially.
Go see the Wolf-Orange Craftsman. He'll fashion something for you on it. Oh, that T-Rex bit me.
Thank you, Armor Man's friend. And she hugs you again.
His name is Rawl. Oh.
Thank you, Rawl's friend.
We see this happen, right?
Oh yeah, you saw everything fucking happen.
Jesus, Solomon, who's the kid?
Don't worry about it.
I am going to worry about it. You have a suspicious number of small children in your life for someone who's supposed to be celibate.
I've got all my spell slots.
So do I.
And I can max out my damage. You want another spider web on your head?
Yes,
Or two?
it does.
And the best part is if I channel my... This is okay. If I channel my divinity, I can get that spell slot back. I can do it twice.
Here's
So
the
I
thing.
can call lightning level 4 on you. Get it back. Do it again. Get it back. Do it again. Get it back. Last time. Extra crispy gnome. You're just like,
Grizz, you want to help me fight the ASMR real quick? He's threatening your employees again.
The Grisniak kind of turns to you and goes, "At this point, you are no longer under my employ."
I was never his employee to begin with. That's where you all went awry was the word I was looking for.
Does this mean I'm not entitled to workman's comp?
At this point, no. But thank you. And the Grisniak just like, he goes to you each in turn and earnestly just grasps your hand, like, just tightly. Not breaking bone, but just like wants you to make sure. So I wants to make sure you know he's serious about this. He just says, "Thank you."
Come in here, tripod, and I give him a big ol' hug.
Omen nearly spat his drink out.
Yep.
Alright, you hug the Grisniak.
And I don't let go.
Alright.
Just keep hugging
Okay.
to the point where it's incredibly awkward.
You just start fake crying too.
Do you fake cry?
No, but I'll go limp in his arms. Just
As soon as you go limp in his arms, you just...
ow!
He goes over... I think Kala would be next in line of this.
I'm still knelt down. I didn't get up after that. I'm sitting there like, I'm not praying. I'm getting up. Just give me a second.
He goes over to you, Kala, and he just looks up, this 4-foot goblin looking up at you, offers a hand.
Hold on.
I will shake his hand.
Did the skulls come back?
You're now just asking that question.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, I've got a plan for that.
Because I'm thinking, here's how we do good stealth missions. We dispose of bodies by throwing them into this bag and then just poofing them away. Then we get arrested, right? And they go, "Oh, we're going to search you for evidence." And I go, "Okay, all I have is this tattered piece of cloth. What are you going to do about it?"
The Grisniak
That sounded better.
in perfect Orcish, is going to say,
When we finalize a place to live, I'll send you the address. Feel free to come by.
I can set you up.
See, they're speaking swamp donkey again. I don't like this.
this is the most nicest German.
Take him up on that offer.
He puts his other hand on top of yours like just a gentle pat. And then he goes over to you.
I heard you're looking for a place to stay. I have things. I did offer you to come stay because you went through enough. Your daughter's welcome too. I've got...
Maybe.
You want a house full of feathered people? I apologize for giving bad impressions. I am so sore and tired. I apologize.
Whatever sin you may have committed to jeopardize my daughter's life, you came through in the end.
I never jeopardized her life. I jeopardized... What the fuck's the gnome?
Sins,
Right over there.
plural.
His life. But he had it coming, so... As you say, teenagers, right?
Can I just take off into the woods and hide? Because he did actively threaten my life.
I'm going to give him my
you
equivalent to
want.
a call and encourage, like, here you go. Find me. It's not that hard.
So 19 for stealth.
Alright, you feel stealthy. The Grisniak then turns and he walks into the Hunter's Hall.
Waddle. I'm going to go pick up some of that T-Rex powder. Just...
Was that a T-Rex skull?
Yeah, that was the T-Rex skull that I took and then slid off the building with.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then it got confiscated.
Mm-hmm.
By roll?
Yeah! Who do you think?
He needs okay, it's not every day that he finds a punching bag that can withstand his jabs, okay?
He didn't find a punching bag. He
Stole it?
Confiscated.
No, he didn't confiscate it.
He
He
requisitioned
liberated
it.
it from me, who rightfully took it.
He purchased it without money.
He purchased it on faith.
Yeah.
The answers, what's good?
Mostly peaceful purchase.
What's the answers?
The Grisniak, the girl had started making her way over to the Hunter's Hall as well.
Making her way.
The Grisniak passed her, turned back, and just helps her carry it in.
That's what we like to see. This child is gonna go places. I can't wait to see them grow up. Passes out on the spot.
Alright, the Asimar falls unconscious. I mean, you can keep yourself awake if you want.
So we were already on a 12-hour trip to get to the camp.
Yep.
I stayed up for another 12 hours in walking.
Mm.
I'm passing the fuck out
Plus
where
the-
I'm at.
plus
Death gripping the two most important things I have on me.
Oh, yeah, you're at like 34 hours of no 32 hours of no sleep.
A little more than that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
2 12-hour days and the long rest in between them.
Get up.
Mm-hmm.
No. Stay away from the snacks, okay?
Just away from the snacks, you'll be fine.
What the fuck is in your tail? Do I have to shave yours too? That's gross, dude.
I think one of them coughed up a hairball because I
That
found
is not a hairball. That is sticky. That feels like resin.
well, I can tell you that it's not resin from the vat because the seal is the cover is nice and secure.
The cat's been hitting those dabs.
You know what? He might have grazed his tail up against the resin containers, and because there's some residue on the top of it.
Yeah, but that's a lot more than a little.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
I was going to ask if either of you use hair gel, but something gives me a feeling that it's at most one of you.
I shaved it off last night. I'm going to
So-
put the touch-ups on the parts I can't see.
Really? I can't-
So
That's what John and I used to do. We'd shave our own heads and then have the other one go look at it, make sure.
Like, there's been a couple times where I've done it, and it was perfect, it's great, but, maybe it's just warm or something, but, when I used the thing, it stick in the skin, it wouldn't stick the skin, but it wouldn't move when I went to cut. I'm like, why the fuck is it not sliding like it normally would? It's just because you work in Zootech.
Well, if you ever seen my head fully shaved,
Yeah.
it has a bunch of dents in it. So it's an absolute fucking pain in the ass for me to clean shave it, so I always have to have someone look it over.
So,
Normally I sit down and I do it. I just take my time and I'll start coming back. I just bzzz, and we'll move over a little bit and bzzz. It takes forever, but I can do it.
so Kahlo, you see Omen just onto the dirt. Alvin, you've gone over to stealthily hide behind a tree.
I will, see Owen fall. He's going to pick him up and carry him into the Hunter's Hall because he's got some stuff. Kahlo's got some things he's got to go do. So
He doesn't want to worry about his brother. Pass the fuck out.
He's just going to drag him into the Hunter's Hall. Alright.
Snoring the entire power sleeping. Just
Alright, you see Kahlo dragging the Aasimar into the Hunter's Hall.
Once they're both good and clear, I'm just going to make my way over to the stables and go take
get
a
your
nap.
cart.
Go take a nap in my cart.
Check on your cask of alcohol that was mixed with coffee beans and a bunch of other shit.
Yeah, what the fuck all was in there?
It should be in your own notes, because all that happened before we started recording the stuff.
He had something he left in my cart. I don't know what it is. I just had a sack of flour.
My giant bag of coffee beans.
Oh, yeah, that's what he left then.
But we also, while you were messing around with blood living, before you sealed off your barrel, I dumped a bunch of coffee beans in there so they're fermenting with it. You're going to have like Kahlua or some shit. You're going to have coffee-flavored alcohol.
Alcohol? What alcohol?
You have a giant barrel that you were brewing before we left.
Do I?
You said you wanted the cask before we left. I didn't know for what.
That doesn't sound familiar
You
at
were
all.
drunk as shit as a gnome.
I don't recall this at
And
all.
I made you chug the entire cask, and you did.
Does anyone else remember this?
I remember something to the effect, but
You were brewing something, but it wasn't. I don't think it was actually alcohol, but you put a bunch of liquid in the fucking container. And I put a bunch of coffee beans in you.
So I have a barrel and a sack.
Yeah. You have a cask. I bought it at the fucking Hunter's Hall.
Well, tight. Alright, well, I'm gonna go take a nap in my cart.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I probably owe a decent amount for keeping that horse fed. I'm gonna go find the stable master and pay up.
Alright. We'll do that real quick because that's faster. You arrive at the stable in question, and you see this
Roided out horse.
Oh man, I have to remember the character's name. Give me a second while I look up the name.
It was Ludwig, right?
Ludwig Beethoven. I think it was all the way down here. No, it was not. I need to find it. Hold on, bear with me. Bear.
Lions, tigers, oh my.
Oh shit. There it is. You see the back of an elven woman as she's tending to the horses themselves. She appears to be on the mend from something earlier. Her back is currently to you as she tends to the various animals.
Her back's to me.
Her back is to you, yes.
Does she have a purse or pockets or something?
Not necessarily. She does have bags of feed, kind of like hanging by satchels.
I start to get a little close and I go, "Excuse me, madam."
She turns around to face you, and you recognize the face of the elven woman whom you rescued at the start of your journey. She goes, "Oh, hello!" And she kneels down and she looks at you dead in the eye, like, How did it go? You're not dead, so that's a plus. How did it work?
Great. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Where's the stable master?
Well, that's my dad. He's currently sleeping, but I
Oh.
am here. Stable manager.
Wait, is the elf lady?
Yeah.
I point to my horse and cart and I go, that one's mine. I just need to settle up.
Oh, That one's yours.
Yep.
Very nice, very nice. Also, I know you didn't use it.
Use what?
The pendant I gave you, I know
Okay.
you didn't use it.
Wait, what pendant? I hold up the pendant, I go, this one?
No, Never mind.
Goblins kind of stole all our stuff. Well, the orc stripped us naked and the goblins... It's a long story.
Make a deception check.
But that's a true story, though.
Yeah, but it's not accurate to what happened to the pendant she gave you.
Okay, that's fair. 12.
A 12? Oh, she rolled an 18.
Fuck.
She just kind of looks at you and gives you that... She gives you that black woman stare of, uh-huh.
You don't have to
Yes,
believe me. The others will corroborate my story when they stop by.
Do you at least have it?
The druid may have it. He's the one who recovered most of our stuff from the goblins, if he was able to find it.
So no.
Well, maybe he put it in my bag. Let me check. And I reach into my bag, and I reach out for the amulet. Which,
Oh, you put the amulet in the bag.
if it was with the rest of my stuff, I have zero recollection of this, character or player.
You put,
She was the
you-
one with the
yeah.
the friends with all the mangled things and the bugbears. Like literally the second encounter of the forest. Or was it the first?
It was the first encounter inside the forest. The pendant is around your neck. You never specified you took it off.
Oh,
But you stick your hand into your bag of holding.
I and I reach for the pendant, right? Alright.
Beakies.
Please make a strength saving throw for me.
No. Hey,
Natural 20.
I know you want to play,
All
but
right.
you can't climb on the table.
So you make a natural 20. As soon as your hand reaches into this bag, you hear, like, in like a psychic presence in your head, tubular! And it starts to suck your hand into it. You pull out, like... It needs ketchup.
Shouldn't be possible because it's not the same astral plane.
I then go and I feel my chest, and I find the correct one, and I go, I swear, this fucking magic fucking bag, lady. And I take it off, and I go, I'm sorry. Magic works in mysterious ways. It's been here maybe the whole time. I don't know. Well, what does this thing do?
When you stabbed the sword through the bag of holding and forced the skulls into the astral
To
plane,
be clear, I didn't do that. That was him.
it was still part of your plan.
Yeah.
You still agreed to it.
I agreed to hold a skull in the bag. I didn't know what else was happening.
Yeah.
What ended up happening was it created... Because those skulls are bound to your consciousness. So as long as your consciousness are on the material plane, they have an in to this plane.
Mm-hmm.
It's now an in through the fixed bag. Your bag of holding has been turned into a bag of devouring.
So everything...
Oh shit! Oh shit!
So, literally all
Anything
of my
you
possessions
put
have
into
been
that
destroyed.
bag eats stuff.
No.
Only organic material that goes
Yes. That is why I asked you, do you have any food in that bag?
there? So I just have to turn it inside out.
Yes. You turn it inside out and it becomes safe to operate.
Oh.
But you unleash it into everything if you turn it inside out.
Yes, it's let me double check the wording, because it might just open everything and plop everything onto the ground.
Yeah.
No, you turn it inside out, it summons something and it destroys everything.
No, turning it inside out just causes everything to fly out.
Of a regular bag. Not a bag of devouring.
The bag superficially resembles a bag of holding, but is a feeding orifice for a gigantic extra-dimensional creature. Turning the bag inside out closes the orifice.
Oh.
Never mind.
So I just flip this bag inside out and then re-imbue it as a bag of holding.
It closes the orifice. It's still a bag of devouring.
Oh.
The
Alright.
extra-dimensional creature attached to the bag can sense whenever whatever is placed inside the bag, animal or vegetable matter placed wholly in the bag, is devoured and lost forever. When part of a living creature is placed in the bag, as happens when someone reaches inside it, there's a 50% chance that the creature is pulled inside the bag. The creature inside the bag can use its action to try to escape with a successful DC 15 strength check. Another creature can use its action to reach into the bag to pull a creature out, doing so with a successful DC 20 strength check.
Well, guess what? We just figured out how to make you some bag of holding. I mean, bag of devouring. Shit.
Yeah.
Now, if you put a bag of holding and a bag of devouring,
Oh boy.
bye-bye universe.
Any creature that starts its turn inside the bag is devoured, its body destroyed.
Nice.
Inanimate objects can be stored in the bag, which can hold a cubic foot of such material. However, once each day, the bag swallows any object inside it and spits them out into another plane of existence. The DM determines the time and plane. If the bag is pierced or torn, it is destroyed, and anything contained within it is transported to a random location on the astral plane.
Fun. Alright, well, I gotta get all this shit out of the bag. I'll just put it in my cart. But I give her amulet and I go, sorry, this...
You can't. You lost it, remember?
I thought I was wearing it.
No, you're holding the pendant of the horseman.
Oh.
Her amulet you lost a while ago.
Did I?
Because it was in the bag when you first put the skull in there and it rotted away.
Wait, the pendant?
The pendant that she gave you that was designed to be popped out
Was made of organic material.
and it rotted away. It was made out of like wood
Oh.
and it rotted.
It was probably much like that summoning thing that I stomped on.
It
Got
was
it.
exactly like that summoning thing you stomped, only it summoned something else.
I like the succubus though. She was fun. Yeah.
I go, oh yeah, the wood pendant, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That died.
This, it's a long story. Dark magic forces caused it to decay, along with a lot of organic material.
Roll persuasion.
I don't even have nearly as good of a modifier.
I just realized
10.
if you sneak up and to go to assassinate somebody and you make sure it's their turn next, you just open your bag and on their head, and then next turn insta kill, because on their turn, dead.
10.
They would still get the strength saving check before their turn, like the next turn. They still have one turn to get out.
Yeah, but if he's literally grappling and holding it, I'm just come on.
There is a method to do this, yes.
Yeah,
But they would still get the chance to get
we're gonna
out.
call it the bag of decapitation.
I had a 10.
10? Okay. At this point, she thinks you're just... She thinks that you just got rid of it. She doesn't. She was hoping for stuff, and now she's thinking, not worth my time. So she turns around, she just takes your pony, moves over to you, and just holds out a hand. 10 gold.
I give her the 10. And I go, if that was a valuable pendant, I will pay the replacement cost. But you have no idea what kind of shit went down in that forest.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
What happened to you? Just the tip of the iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
Remember our half-elf friend?
Mm-hmm.
No longer with us. This was his.
Did I do that, or did they do that?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was fucking matted on there.
She hands you the lead, and she just turns around and goes back to dealing with the other mounts.
Messy.
Alright, well, I tried. And I had to take the horse and leave.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy.
Alright.
10 gold seems steep. How long were we in that forest?
You were in the forest for about a week and a half.
Oh. Yeah, 10 gold seems very steep.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Did I see where she put the gold?
In one of the bags.
I'm going to sneak over to her and take it back.
Well, we're gonna cut to these two first.
God damn.
So if there's like door frames and jams in that, like when you move them, like they got lips like ours do.
Somewhat, sometimes, yeah.
If I smoke my head against one of those, or he decides to throw me into a wall or something, I go back up because there's stuff I do want to do.
Yeah.
It's not the comedic thing. It's more of the I just need a little power nap. I just need a.
But yes, there is a lip from the outside to an elevation, another elevation, and then the door frame
A
itself.
few stairs. Okay, so what? God!
Beware, beware, the omen has woke.
Beware, beware, Father Solomon swore. With the voice of an angel and the mouth of a jerk.
No, with the voice of an angel and the mouth of a drunk.
Yes, the voice of an angel and the mouth of a drunk. Beware, beware, Father Solomon's coming.
It works better with the voice of an angel with the mouth of a whore.
On the lips of an angel. It never sounded so feral.
So the two of you get into the Hunter's Hall itself.
Oh, Bessie.
When you arrive inside the hall, the place seems to be vastly the same as when you saw it before.
Hey, don't chew on that cord.
Three levels are inside this building, with a single large revolving staircase connecting all of them. The cooks and regular staff of the facility remain mostly unchanged in appearance, though you surmise that this dichotomy exists due to the job differences between hunter and staff.
Yeah, so let's inject some class politics into this campaign. Let's go. We're going to be a democracy now.
We're just going to randomly kill the king after conveniently dispelling his power so that there's clearly no power vacuum, and then make it a democracy right before he's unceremoniously killed by a dragon from behind that people should have warned him about from a long time ago.
I did warn him about the butt dragon. But no, nobody listens to the hunchback.
So the two of you are in Hunter's Hall. Omen,
So he drugged me.
Omen, you're currently being dragged by your foot still.
So, did my head hit anything on the way up?
Oh yeah, that's why you're awake.
Okay, I'm still gonna lay there. I'm not gonna say shit. Just be like, oh. Ow. I'm gonna let him drag me to where he's going, and I'm staying awake. Just be like, still the fastest way to travel.
Call it, where are you going?
I feel like a toy. Just
He's gonna let me drag him the entire way. We'll find one. Like, pretty sure there's a couple merchants around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find one of those and just hold him up. And how much?
hey, just because I look like a chicken doesn't mean I'm cookable.
Yeah, there's some frogs that think that.
No, it's the people. I don't know why people don't like the frog. I love the frog. It's great.
It's more of it's an in character dismissal.
It's not even. They all want to eat him and kill him. It's like he's literally done nothing.
Well, you haven't seen me do anything.
You tongue punch somebody's eyeball. That's
And then
that's
broke
not
Jeeves
aggressive.
back.
Allegedly.
Jeeves is fine.
So say again, where are you
He
going?
survived.
Yeah, it does.
I gotta go recoup some money before I get my armor made.
All right.
So I gotta go find somebody to sell some shit to.
There
Or
are
you hold on to it until we get to where we're going. Can you put me down? The blood's rushing to my head.
I'll just drop him.
You
Wait.
could have set me down, but I did say put me down.
Yes.
No, I'm not going to try and rob her. I have a better idea.
Okay. So The various hunters of the hall just kind of... there are a few of them that walk around you. A couple of them look somewhat expectedly at you, in the sense of like, okay, we've got an orc. Are you one of them? And have you basically, are you here? Think of it like this. Imagine somebody who, by chance, looks exactly like how a well-known gang dresses.
Because you're wearing the fucking gang attire! No. I forgot.
Yeah.
Like, no! But we did kind of disband them. I got the scars to prove it.
So Cole will pull out. It's probably going to be recognizable.
Ankle Snapper's head.
Just
boom!
You've got a number of
smoke.
You've got a number of hunters kind of arriving around you. Their weapons aren't drawn yet, but in the farther ranks, you do see a couple of them readying crossbows, and you do see one kind of working up a spell.
I suppose I should step up at this point.
So he notices this?
Just take out the damn head, you idiot!
Oh, my armor.
What?
I don't have his head.
Oh, I thought you picked it up.
Oh,
Oh.
I buried it.
So you just...
Oh, I wasn't paying attention, my bad.
This is like my first Fallout New Vegas playthrough, and
I don't think I've got
walk
it.
into the Capitol wearing the enemy armor.
I do have... Oh, wait, no, I don't. I have, the only thing I do have is Gorn's hammer.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Didn't you also take Ankle Snapper's weapon?
Yeah, but then we got it taken from me.
Oh.
No, we should have stole
Oh,
his
wait,
feet.
no, dude. Wait.
Snap the ankles.
His hammer's the mallet, isn't it?
Yeah, Gorn is the mallet, essentially. It's the warhammer.
Well, I should have Ankle Snapper's weapon too, shouldn't
I mean, that was confiscated from you, and the only thing that was returned to you weapons-wise was your own sword and Omen shield.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, I don't have that.
You do have Gorn's weapon, though. That is
know.
true.
Yeah, no. He's good.
Yeah, he'll
My friend, you need to get new clothes.
keep it in his hand, but he will funk it down on one of the tables and, like, yeah, we did your job for you. Not exactly we did your job for you, but,
Let's just say it's a little safer to hunt now.
yeah, let's just say, not going to be a problem anymore.
Roll persuasion.
Do I roll for an assistance or do just...
You can... the way assistance works here is that either both of you rolls or one of you rolls with
You
advantage.
can roll with advantage. I
Okay?
know his dice.
Advantage, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 23.
Nice.
You see a couple of the more brave hunters. These are the ones that have they've got experience on them, for lack of time, basically, and lack of desire. I'm gonna say that they more or less look like who was the Witcher mentor? That guy?
Oh, Vesemir.
Yeah,
I like him.
they more or less kind of resemble Vesemir from The Witcher.
Vesemir and whatever the... Oh, fuck. Well, it's just like the stable master guy. He's got the big scar across his cheek.
Yeah.
He looks like
Kyle.
that guy from Frozen.
Olaf.
No, the...
We'll say it's kind of like
I
a
haven't seen
Geralt and a Vesemir type of situation, what they kind of look like, though not necessarily as white of hair.
Now, where's Yennefer?
Yennefer is currently getting her Her pussycat pounded.
She's in the tower with no legs.
See, I was about to say, that's who I want to meet.
So, they step over, and assuming that your hand is still on the handle of the hammer, they reach a point and they stop approaching. And they just kind of look at you expectantly. And they glance at the hammer a couple times.
I run in, it's Gorn! Kill, kill, kill!
So, obviously, I'm not intentionally acting like Arfel when he's doing the lean over like you normally do, but I'm sitting there just, not sitting, but like...
Yeah.
He's doing drunken master thing.
No, I'm doing the
like,
fucking Arfel thing.
He's leaning heavily on the staff.
Yeah, just... That's the word.
And it's out of nowhere. Lightning bolts.
Right. Now, do you let go of the hammer?
He'll let go of the hammer, but he will say that it's... I do want this back, and he'll let it go.
The one that looks like Vasquez? Vesemir takes the hammer, lifts it, and he kind of steps back, keeping his eye on you, turns and heads over somewhere. Meanwhile, from on high, you hear this very fairy of a man going, "What the hell are you doing? Those two need medical attention! Oh, my poor dears!" And this very effeminate man just starts running and then running down the stairwell and then just rushes over to the two of you.
Son of a bitch! I'm gonna start hobbling away. Just slowly. No, old man hobble.
Denny,
Old
the
man.
husband of Halanos, grabs you and just starts looking you over, patting you down, like quickly yet gently, just start looking for wounds and scars and bruises.
I'm just tired. I'm fine.
Shush! I have had to deal with too much shit today. You are getting proper care. He reaches over and he pulls your robe open and starts examining your chest.
I'm not wearing the robe. We left it back at the fucking camp.
Oh yeah, it's just so
it's on the fucking ground and it's covered in mud and tattered and ripped because that's what was on a dead man. So.
Solomon's just free balling.
No, I'm wearing my normal shit.
Mm-hmm. Fine. He lifts it up so that he can expose your chest. He's like examining it, feeling the bruise underneath.
Stop poking and prodding. I'm not dead yet.
Then stop being a baby.
I mean, you'd be a baby if I...
Don't push it. Let the doctor do his thing. Just starts
just go...
As soon as Denny is done looking you over, take him up. Basic treatment.
Don't forget about Green Guy. He needs more.
Denny then moves over to Kalu and does the exact same fucking thing. He starts patting you down. He starts poking at places, checking for bruises and scars and wounds.
Slipping a finger in here and there. Jesus Christ!
We haven't met a character I want to make that stereotype with yet. Believe me, we will get there.
That is the day where you know that Father Solomon ain't got no time for this shit and in cold blood killed the bitch. Why? And he said, and I quote, "They stuck their finger in my ass, so I killed them." Ain't nobody got time for that shit.
Yeah, but what if it was wrong?
Ain't no one got time for that shit.
Welcome to the campaign with no name, episode 10.
Probably
Woman kills a gay.
This is actually episode 19.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So.
Oh, stop your bitching.
Episode 20. Omen kills a gay.
So Denny looks you over. He looks at you. He looks up at you and goes, "Okay, this one needs heavy duty shit. Take him up." And he just starts like pushing against your abdomen. And he's like, Okay,
them up past
follow them. Follow them up the stairs. Just get the fuck up to the second level.
I'm gonna do my pass out thing again, and it's just gonna be straight backfall from standing position. It hurts. Just a big boom, dust off the floors.
You notice that a lot of the other hunters, they appear to be. Imagine.
Entertained.
Okay, imagine a situation where the people don't want something to happen, but they have to let it happen because this is the husband of your boss. That's more or less what's going on here.
I'm also gonna take my D6s back.
Oh yeah, with my D6.
Well, that's his. Yeah, that's his. Whoop.
I'm working on it.
I guess I'll head upstairs.
Shoot. Yeah!
Alright.
Slowly, very slowly, begrudgingly.
So, he's going up the stairs. I fell on the floor and just fell asleep again.
The doctors pick you up and carry you up the stairs.
They can carry me?
Yeah.
Shit.
Like, they're doctors, but they're still hunters.
It's more of the I didn't want to go. So, like, let me be the manly, woodsy person I am now.
Alright.
Oh.
Yes?
I'm gonna wake up. Before treatment,
I'm gonna sleep
just
on
on the way up, just, before treatment, I need a bath.
One of the doctors like, oh, we know, honey.
I can't smell it anymore. I just know it's there.
So we will now pass over to Alvin. You said there was one more thing you wanted to do?
I'd like to sneak off into the woods,
Okay.
Beat his meat.
get out my poisoner's kit.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna take the horse out to the woods, tether to a tree,
Mm-hmm.
get some of the feed,
Okay.
take the poisoner's kit, poison the feed,
Okay.
and I'm gonna sit and wait till nightfall.
Okay. Alright. I roll stealth with disadvantage because you're carrying a fucking pony with you.
Well, no, I tied the pony to a tree and I made further into the woods without it.
Okay. Roll stealth then.
It's 22.
Alright, you feel stealthy.
Wait.
So if you're waiting for nightfall, that means that we can call the session there with these two receiving proper medical care and you just waiting for nightfall for your poison to take effect on the force feed.
Well,
I'm assuming that's what you're doing.
yeah, I'm poisoning the horse feed. Can we do my thing and then pick up next week in the morning?
Do your thing.
Sure, yes.
Alright.
We're already set.
I'm going to disguise myself as a young halfling lady,
Okay.
and I'm going to make my way into the stable
Okay.
later at night.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone in here?
Yes.
Who?
What you see before you is a pair, whether they're husband and wife or just good workers buddies. You don't quite know until the man lays a firm hand on the wife's ass, gives it a nice squeeze, and she goes, "Oh, stop it." And he goes, "But it's so nice."
Alright, I'm going to ignore them,
Okay.
and I'm just going to start going to all the horsies and feeding them poison feed.
Well, the moment you do that, you realize these two live and breathe taking care of these horses. They spot you instantly before you even get within 15 feet of a horse.
Alright, yes, I come in and
And they go, "Hello there, where are you coming from?"
Hi. I'm passing through with my dad,
"Ah, who's your father? Maybe I know him."
Zarvarax. He's about yay high, and I do my exact height.
I'm gonna DM rule say you make a different fucking name.
Okay.
Who's Zerver?
The grung.
My dad's Roger.
Alright. What did you say the name was?
Roger.
Oh, don't remember that name.
I swear, I was like, you better not say Father Solomon, because I would have fucking came on and sniped you.
He's doing business in the Hunter's Hall, but he said that I could stop by and play with the ponies before we left. I just want to feed them.
Ah, excellent. Well, feel free to take some of our feed over here.
I brought my own, but I don't have any money. I'm sorry.
Trust me. We don't charge for having youngins, feed the horses.
Oh, that's very kind, mister.
But we don't allow outside feed. We have to regulate the feed for our horses' purposes.
Oh, sure. That makes sense. Thanks, mister.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take some of the feed.
Okay.
And put it into my bag. Or I'm going to go... Can I just put it in there and carry that around?
Roll deception with disadvantage.
Well...
That looked a little cocked to me.
Yeah. Is that cocked?
No, that's flat enough.
Yeah. Deception.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, the low one was 11, so 15 total?
15 total. The moment you attempt to put the feed in the bag, the husband...
Well, I asked him first.
Yeah.
I asked, can I?
The husband just narrows his eyes at you and goes, "Why?"
So I don't have to walk back over here every time? It's fine, I can just walk back over here every time. And I just take a handful and I...
What's your spell save DC for the disguised self?
Good question. 13... Hold on. 13 something.
I believe the disguised self is an insight check. Is that correct?
I would have to check. That's 223.
All right. I mean,
Was it 233?
I think it might be 233. There it is. To discern that you are disguised, a creature can see you and use an action to expect your experience with an investigation check.
And so an intelligence DC.
Yep, an intelligence investigation. Alright.
DC 13.
Whip. Alright.
What was it?
It was a 10 plus 3.
Does that mean he's safe?
And he passes it.
Okay.
He just kind of looks at you and goes, "Why is a disguised little thing like you trying to feed my horses?
Oh, these are your horses.
As long as they're in our care, all of them are our horses."
That's nice. I
What
run.
Hey! Hey!
Just take off into the woods.
Okay. He doesn't bother chasing after you, but he does make a note. Suspicious person, roughly X height, in quotations, was disguised self, could be a foot taller. Attempted.
So he can't see my actual form, right?
He
just knows that it's an illusion?
From what the spell is written as, yes, as far as it, description-wise, it doesn't seem like... Sorry, it's not written as if they can see your true visage. But I will double-check.
Should have robbed her while I had the chance. Here I am trying to kill all the horses so that she loses money.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it just says to discern that you are disguised.
Fuck. So, but they don't know it's me.
Yeah, the changes wrought by the spell fail to hold up to physical inspection. That's just because it's like a... it's an illusion, like it's physically there.
Right. Alright, well, I fuck off into the woods and hide.
Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't chase after you because he doesn't know if you're alone. He just makes the report. And the following morning, you will all see a note being passed around to everybody to watch out for gnomes and other halflings who can cast the disguise self spell. As one of them late last night attempted to fuck with the horses.
It'd be at that point, it'd be... And in my head, it'd be, do I tell them I know exactly who it is? Because it's your M.O. Or do I just...
You have no idea that's what I was up to, though.
I don't know that's what you're up to.
That's why he said M.O.
You're like, give him a leap like I did with Rolen. And just be like, we're missing a halfling. You're like, hey, Kalu, where'd our little gnome go?
Don't know. Don't care.
Did you read this?
That's,
Yeah, I sneak off into the woods. I'm gonna jettison the feed somewhere.
if he gets himself in trouble, it's his fault.
Yeah, he's not here. We're fine.
No one's gonna know it's
me.
me.
In the party that beats him.
No one's gonna know. Jettison the feed. I give it a wide berth. I make sure I'm hidden. I drop the form. I go back to my cart. I sleep in my cart like nothing happened.
Okay. Yeah, we will end the session there.
So the next morning when we come in, obviously we have night sleep, so I'm resetting.
Yep.
I'm resetting this shit again.
And welcome back to Civilization.
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 Yeah, Civilization. Next week, depending on how you guys want to handle things, you can decide. And I do advise you guys talking amongst yourselves a little bit, so it's a faster process. Where you guys, as a party, want to go?
Captain's Port.
Because the next plot hook is obviously in Breifel. But if there's any places you want to stop along the way, or if you want to make a pit stop to other locations...
Let's get on a ship and go in the opposite direction of Breifel.
I don't care either way.
Alright.
Time for our pirate arc.
Would would Omen be the crow's nest dude? Because he's fly?
If you don't hear from him next week, it's because I beat him to death with a yardstick.
That's fair.
It's going to take a while, but it's doable.
Well, you know where I sleep.
It's a lot like Cartman with the wiffle ball bat. Like, just kill me already. Dum, 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 dum. It's going to take a while, I'll get there. Dum, 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 dum.
Hey, Cartman, what are you doing?
Well, he had two of them in there with him one time, so I was... Dum, 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 dum. I love that one. I'm like, wow.
Murder with a rusty spoon.
The incredibly slow murder with an incredibly inefficient weapon.
Is that what that's from?
I think so.
Yeah. Now get the rest of my TikTok pants.
But, yes.
I didn't get laid. I got overcharged.
Mm-hmm.
I failed to commit. What kind of crime would that be? Vandalism?
Resident
Murder?
police officer. Attempt to poison animals. What crime does that fall under?
Probably cruelty to animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Animals.
Is that a misdemeanor?
No.
I think so.
It gets knocked down to petty misdemeanor though, right? Because it was a crime of passion. So they knock it down one.
I
read just murder.
Well, the thing is, I remember a big thing a handful of years ago was Trump signed an executive order that made cruelty to animals a federal crime.
Oh, so it's a felony.
But
Trump was not president in drug
Uniform
things.
state statutes, cruelty to animals. Torture, nourishment, again, feed, penalty. It is okay. Misdemeanor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it can be a felony.
Okay.
And I mean, yeah, like one violation is a misdemeanor.
Okay.
So conspiring to massacre an entire stable might have been
1
a
to 7
felony.
years is a gross
Yeah.
misdemeanor, and then another one after that is it can be up to a felony.
Yeah, because from the way you're wording it, kind of sounds like it's one of those like, if it's malnourished or something like that, that's a misdemeanor. But if you intend to poison the animals, that's a felony.
There's subdivisions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8A.
8?
Oh, yes.
We
8.
can't have...
The number scale, 1 through
9.
8.
8A.
We can't get 9. We have to get 8A. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks, Obama.
Well, subdivision 9 is the penalty phase. But if you can't have that at 10, that has to be at 9. So whatever this is subdivision 8A.
Oh, boy.
And then we got 9A, then we got 10.
Yeah. Like, so, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the fact that you would have... A complete and total stranger walks up to a horsekeeper and wants to feed the horses from his own bag. No farmer's gonna allow that.
I should have made myself look more like a small child.
I'm gonna mention this, like that. It boils down to the concept of this is a world where magic exists. This is a place where people know you can change your shape.
Yes, next time I'm just going to commit arson. Ooh, arson's still on the table.
It is, or you can do the smart thing and just go to Vera, that's her name, and you can profusely apologize and go, what can I do to make it up for you?
Or I could write her a sappy love letter.
Because I would like to remind you that you willingly chose to replace a stink bomb stone that you put in her pouch because you said, and I quote, "This is a potential love interest. I don't want to fuck this up."
I didn't want to fuck it up.
It did, though.
Yeah, you just have to say you're sorry, man.
I will write her a nice poem expressing my... I said that I was sorry and I would compensate her for the pendant.
Mm-hmm. After lying
Which I
about
clearly did because she took so much gold from it.
it. Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's like 2 copper a day to feed a horse.
It's more like 4, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, more like 4 a day.
That still is not 10 gold.
But she also gave you a summoning stone. So
Is that what that was?
Well, summoning wooden pendant, yeah. A summoning disc.
Excuse me.
Originally, this was back when the character was initially envisioned. Originally, Vera was going to be a member of...
That was like a year ago, too.
Yeah. Originally, she was going to be a member of... What the fuck was his name? Matt, you remember his name.
Gorn.
The
Silverbear.
The guy that was going to be after Morgan, that guy. She was originally going to be a part of his crew.
Faceless.
And if you were to use the pendant, she would emerge with him and another guy, and they would attack you.
Oh, so it was a setup.
Originally, that's what it was. But when I decided that wouldn't work for the campaign that it is, because you're basically just feeding off the scraps of a former player,
yeah,
I changed it. It would have summoned for you a mobile ballista.
Tight. I already have one of those though.
We're talking
like an Eldritch Artificer.
Yeah, we're talking like we're talking about like a mobile scorpion-sized ballista.
Oh. So I couldn't just
okay,
run people
good.
over.
You're not going to summon the Warforged Colossus motherfucking thing that we looked up last time?
No, it's not that. Trust me.
No, he needs that. We need to give him that at some point.
Well, I need to find a gem so I can make my homunculus servant, and then I can triple my turn economy with my cannon and my servant.
Yeah, you could. If I'm not mistaken, the homunculus does have to come with a price, though.
Yes, it requires a very expensive gem, which I need to find.
Well, hopefully next week, Rolen will not be sick, and you can find out the payment.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
I don't know if Roland's player knows that he has.
He doesn't. He doesn't. It'll be reminded to him. But anyway, that is session 19 for the campaign with no name. We'll catch you next Wednesday, theoretically, with session 20, the streamed finale to the Dragon's Forest.
Goodbye.
Good night to the stream.
Oh,